Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, much respect to everyone. Grand Rising. You know, we're at this epic debate between Brother Sanchez and Lex Vortex. The topic is hip hop our true culture, or is it a result of social engineering? So it's going to be a fire debate on from both brothers. Get the points out from both aspects. Much love and much respect to everyone in the house. You know what I mean? Shout out to everyone. Power family. So whenever you're ready, brother, we can get this thing started.
Peace and love, like OG said, flat power to everybody. I want to thank you as well for your support and salutes to Let's as well. Um at this time, I'm just gonna turn the thing right over to OG Philly because I don't want to really prolong y'all, and I'm gonna let Let's greet y'all, and then we'll turn it over to Philly, and at that point, it'll be in his ball hands as far as the debate itinerary. Thank y'all once again, though.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody. It'll be y'all both gonna get a 10-minute each intro. So we gonna flip a coin or how you gonna do that?
Hey, Let's, do you want to go first, or do you want to flip a coin?
Um, I'll go first for the intro, and then you can
Okay.
start the debate.
Got you.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah,
Ah, I see what you did right there. I see what you did right there, my friend.
I didn't do anything. You just asked me a
I tell
question,
you
man.
what, right? Let's leave it up to fate. Well,
I mean, you asked me if I want to go first, bro.
you
Like, you
know
know what I'm
what?
saying?
Okay, let's do it. Let's way. I ain't gonna trip. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's way. I'll do that. Let's
All
do it.
right. So, peace to the people, man. Welcome to the you know what I'm saying, the debate.
Yeah, I'm starting
Um,
your time now, Lex. Do you want me to let you know?
oh, I thought he said say what's up for it. Are we start? I'm just starting or what?
Oh, well,
What you
it's
said?
just a greeting, and then Philly gonna let us know when the debate
Yeah, I was
officially
just
start with the intro. Yeah, it's just a greeting.
Go
okay.
ahead, brother. My bad.
Yeah. So peace to the people, man. Welcome to the debate. Is hip hop socially engineered or is it our culture? Y'all know where my stance is, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Shout out to everybody in the building, all over the world, everybody tuning in. I'm glad you tuned in. It should be a good one. Peace to, Big Dog Philly OG and Brother Sanchez. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah.
it, man. It's definitely an honor. And yeah, man, we just ready to get it in, man. I hope y'all enjoy the show. It should be a great show. You know what I'm saying? It should be a great debate, no matter what the turnout is. And yeah, man, it's important and it's gonna be good information. So peace to everybody out here, man. I'm in the building. One Nation of Niggas TV. You know what I'm saying? And we in the building with Brother Sanchez. So peace and blessings to everybody, man. Let's go.
Got you, Lex. Good luck and do your thing, brother. Brother Sanchez, you ready?
For sure.
All right, I'm gonna
So
share.
let me know whenever you start the clock, and also Philly, my bad. You got to give us like a 2 minute warning when like let us stop us and let us know we got 2 minutes or whatever too.
Got you. So the first
Thank you.
round is going to be a 10-minute intro that each of y'all gonna have. So who's going first with the intro?
That I'm
Uh,
going first with the intro.
okay.
So whenever you're ready, Lex, let me know and I'll start the clock. And I'll let you know when the 2 minutes. I'm not gonna say anything until come to the 2 minute mark, brother.
Yeah. I might not even need the whole 10, man. So it's just a little quick intro. But my screen is shared. Can y'all see the
Yes,
screen?
sir. We can see it.
All
Let me know
right.
when you're ready to start and I'll mute up.
All right. Uh yeah, I'm ready, man.
Got you. Just started the clock. You got it.
All right. Welcome to the shizzo. Here we go. Is hip hop socially engineered or is hip hop our culture? One of the things I'm going to be showing today is that, the importance of it is, as you can see on the screen. And actually, let me turn this into a slideshow mode real quick. Yeah. Actually, 1 second. Y'all, I gotta do something real quick. Hold on. Stop my time real quick. I gotta reshare because I gotta set something up real quick.
Go ahead, brother. I got you.
All right.
And shout out to everybody in the house. Much love, much respect to everyone. Hopefully, y'all having a beautiful weekend.
All right. So I'm about to reshare. Yes. All right, here we go. All right.
You ready now?
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm starting your time back. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This out the way. All right. If y'all can see my screen here, hip hop. First thing I'm going to be showing today is that, as you can see on the screen, the elements of hip hop existed way before MK Ultra or COINTELPRO. So there's no way they created it at all. We'll be able to show you the elements of hip hop well before there was a MK Ultra or the CIA came in or whatever. So I don't know how you can create something if the elements existed before these organizations or before the so-called creation of hip hop, which supposedly occurred in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Because the you will see in this debate that so-called infiltration of hip hop started with the gangster rap like NWA and all this type of stuff. Well, that's not hip hop. It's not hip hop. And you're gonna see there's a difference between hip hop and gangster rap that was promoted by not even MK Ultra. We can say COINTELPRO might have something to do with it. We'll show that, but it's basically the small hats. And see, and what they're doing is throwing you off. That's what Sanchez is gonna do. They'll throw you. They act like it's something else. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. We're gonna show you the elements of hip hop, you know what I'm saying, where hip hop comes from. And the difference between hip hop and what Sanchez is gonna show you today, which is gangster rap. It's a difference. And also realize that rap is only one element of hip hop. So I don't know how they socially engineered something when it was already in existence before they even, caught on to the phenomenon of hip hop. Going to the second thing, hip hop was not socially engineered. It was attacked and infiltrated. That's what happened. It was infiltrated. They had nothing to do with the creation. They had nothing to do with the elements. They had nothing to do with the formation and how hip hop came out of the struggle of so-called Black, Aboriginal, African people, whatever term y'all want to use, Indians. I know there's a lot of diverse people watching. Hip hop has a history of development. And to take away from that development, that's working for COINTELPRO. Hip hop has been under attack since its inception, and there's a reason. And I'm going to show y'all that today. It was attacked and infiltrated. There's a difference. There's a major difference. And one thing y'all got to realize today is how rich hip hop is. Why it's even called hip hop? Where does it come from? The elements. You can't have a universe without the elements first. And unless you created the elements, you were not the creator. Now, once you start to manipulate those elements for something else than other what it was intended for, now you are infiltrating and usurping something that had already set the sail. Understand that. I can end the debate right here, really. The debate is over right there. What Sanchez I'm anticipating he's going to do is try to show you all the negative images and try to say, blame hip hop for the actions of society as if hip hop is mind controlling us. That's crazy. I listen to all type of variations of hip hop, and never did I turn on a rap song and go commit a drive-by. Hip hop is the soundtrack to what was going on in our environment. Other people came in, mainly the small hats, and we're going to get into that and show you the difference between creating and socially engineering all this conspiracy. I know y'all love this conspiracy stuff, this Illuminati. No, it's called commodification. That's all it is. And that was done by the small hats. So we're going to show you got to understand the difference between hip hop and gangster rap. Now, they might have socially engineered gangster rap and made it their business to promote that. That is not hip hop. Sanchez, I don't know where he grew up, but we going to learn the difference between hip hop and gangster rap today. Hip hop, another point I want y'all to know during this debate. Hip hop carried the torch of black liberation, so-called black liberation. You see, I got that in quotes for those who don't like that. It inherited the struggles before it. It was birthed out of what was going on. It was birthed out of the civil rights movement. It was birthed out of the Black Panthers movement. It was birthed out of all of these, all the liberation talk, all the rebelliousness. Hip hop is the child and carries the torch of that. That was the original hip hop. I don't know what this man's going to tell you about today, but I'm telling you, it is wrong. The debate is over already because there's no way that you going to ignore the foundation of what we call hip hop. But by the way, hip hop is a military term that was used by a man named Cowboy. It's a military drill. Sanchez should know that. Hip hop, 1, 2, hippity. That's where he got it from. We're going to show you that. See, there's a lot of rich history that our children don't know. That's why they led astray. Some of you country bunkins, I don't know if y'all understand what hip hop is about or where it came from. I don't know what this New York hate or whatever. But guess what? It didn't even start in New York. The elements come from the Carolinas, Sanchez.
Brother Lex, you got 2 minutes left.
Oh, yeah. Hip hop is not only I won't even say created out of the straw. I'm going to have to change that language for y'all today. Hip hop is genetic memory from ancient culture revamped. Sanchez needs to learn that today. Hip hop is not even totally new. It's an update to things that were already going on. Sanchez has to learn that today. You're going to put some respect on hip hop name and respect on what we created. And you're not going to hand it over to some conspiracy theory and shit on the hip hop legacy. You're not going to do that. Finally, hip hop is to be protected reclaimed and honored for its power and influence. It's the most influential culture on the planet. It is Aboriginal, Black, African, whatever you want to call yourself, Indian, whatever you call it. It is our culture, and it is not new. It is revamped. It is modern, a modern form of things we was already doing. It is the voice of rebelliousness. That's why it was attacked from its inception, Sanchez. It wasn't socially engineered from its inception. They seen the power it had, along with a lot of other elements that we gonna talk today. We even gonna talk about even the gangster rap, how the early gangsters were righteous.
Got 10 seconds, brother.
We're gonna talk about that. The gang culture that they promote today, that's not what it originally was.
Time.
Peace to the people. We're gonna get into all of that today.
Brother Sanchez, much love and respect. Shout out to everybody in the house. Much love and respect to all of y'all. Hope y'all enjoying this debate. Brother Sanchez, you got your 10 minutes. You ready? Let me know when you're ready to start.
If you can hear me right now, I am ready.
Go ahead, my brother. You got it. Starting the time.
He said that the elements of hip hop existed before MK Ultra. I agree, but he don't understand what MK Ultra is about. MK Ultra is about taking something that already resonate with the people and then using it against them. Now, I'm gonna show you how that happened right here, because he's saying that if the elements of hip hop existed before MK Ultra, then hip hop as we know it and as it was conceived couldn't have been born as a tool of social engineering. That's where he's wrong at. Because if hip hop would have stayed grassroots in the hood and the communities and would have been owned and operated by the people since its conception to the world, then he would be true. But that didn't happen. Let's want to say that hip hop was attacked from its very beginning. But the truth is that hip hop was engineered from the ground up. We like to say this thing was attacked from its roots, but the truth is they just was building it from the ground up as a tool against you, and they couldn't introduce it to your people as a tool against you. The devil will give you a pretty cake, but when you eat it, the poison is in it. So just like we say with the Black Panthers, that they started off good, and when the people saw that, they attacked it from its conception, and it became the Crips and Bloods. When they want to put certain self-destructive mind control systems in our communities and in our children's mind that's going to perpetuate for generations, they ease it in as something good first. And every time we say, well, it was attacked from the beginning versus no, it was a tool that was socially engineered from the ground up, from its conception. Right before our eyes, we saw how it transformed and became a weapon against us. Now, people say, well, this came later, Sanchez, and it didn't start this way by the government. Yes, it did. And it's crazy when people debate that, when there are rappers in the industry and people who, you know, been in the game agreeing with what I'm saying. Let's like to poke fun of the Illuminati conspiracy. We see that a lot from aspiring MCs who still want to get in the game. But we know that in the rap game, right, a lot of rappers will tell you that the Illuminati is real and they're not trolling. Tupac was one famous one that did it, but he's definitely not the only one. And some rappers call him something else by many different names. But for us to debate the rappers that are literally in the game and telling us, like Michael Jackson was saying, and we call these people crazy. That's what the Illuminati make us do. We coming out now saying stuff about Puff Daddy You see what I'm saying? And people, that is part of the Illuminati stuff that go hidden. But then when somebody cover get blown, they'll throw their own people under the bus. We can't make fun out of that. It's very real. Illuminati is an umbrella of up under many different cabals and many different covert activities that exist in the game, like a lot of the stuff that's coming out about P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and all that, including much more ritualistic behavior like spirit cooking and other stuff. But anyway, you said that hip-hop don't make you go kill nobody. But hip-hop as it stands today does just that. The Chirac War was instigated and perpetuated by record labels who saw young black men making lyrics about each other's dead friends and families and doing the things that they were saying in the lyrics, and the white labels still let them put it out. If they were saying making threats about the white label owner's children, he wouldn't let that out. Just like they won't let you put lyrics out about you killing police. You know why? Because what's in your music is it goes straight into the heart, the mind, and the soul. Because the ears are connected directly to the brain and the pineal gland, and sound and vibration are the secrets of the universe. We can act like music is some invisible force that don't affect us at all. You can spill a little of this, and the thing that's hypocritical about what Let's did, Let's tried to say hip hop and gangster rap is different, but he proceeded to defend gangster rap by saying that hip hop didn't make me into a killer. You should have said that I didn't do no violence because I was listening to hip hop and not gangster rap, Sanchez. Your problem is you listen to too much gangster rap versus hip hop. Let's problem, that's what he could have told me, but then, I will have to remind Let's that everything he said in his intro ain't gonna help him because he forgot the debate title. The debate title is Hip Hop Our True Culture, or is it a result of social engineering? And now you got to prove that we own hip hop. And if we didn't own hip hop from its conception, then I got this debate, because I can prove that the people who created this, and when I talk about hip hop, remember now, hip hop was introduced to the world by small hats, by the people he condemning, them bearded people. We know who they are, right? And from its conception, it served their agenda. Why would the JEWS put their money behind them, Run DMC, all these early artists? You know what it is? They said, look, do something for us, we do something for you. And you're going to always do more for them than for your own people, and even they're going to get more done for them than than the artists. But the thing is this right here. What did the rappers do? They sold us the corporate trendy culture. To look hip, you had to have on an Adidas suit. You had to have 3 stripes with the Kangos on, the big old chain. Don't make me pull up Run DMC. And don't try to say Run DMC was gangster rappers. LL Cool J wasn't a gangster rapper. But all these dudes were walking billboards for the corporations. Nothing on their body came from their people. And when you start promoting Bambaataa and all them that was dressed up in weird pharaoh costume, you're going to lose the debate too, because you proving that's Egyptian culture and not our culture. Please don't tell me you forgot the debate title today, sir. If you forgot that, let me find out you forgot that damn debate title, son, because you went on a minute and I was like, do he remember the title? You talking about the difference between gangster rap and hip hop. Ever since hip hop existed, there were gangsters in it. You act like gangsters is some new shit that didn't exist to the NWA and the West Coast. Fail. Dude. Ever since niggas picked up mics and was spitting on it, you had MCs, backpack rappers, gangster rappers, dope boys, and all that. Which one that was presented to the public first is a different story. I ain't arguing that one. But there was always your Cool G raps. And I'm going to be honest with you.
2 minutes, Brother Sanchez.
And KRS-One struck off as a gangster rapper, going around beefing with people, boogie down Bronx on the cover with a gun in his hand. He wouldn't use looking out the window for no doggone white man. So the gangster element always existed in hip hop. And guess what the excuse that they made? Well, we just telling about our surroundings, right? That's the excuse everybody make. And if everybody do that, it's boring now. Okay, we know we live in the hood. The niggas get killed, niggas get shot, women selling pussy, boom, boom, boom. We know all that. How many years we gonna keep perpetuating the status quo? Instead of rapping about where we at, how about we rap about where we wanna be? And that'll push us forward if music have this big impact on us, which we see it does. Dude, you're gonna lose this if you forget this title, man. Don't forget, you gotta prove ownership. And in my next round, I'm gonna prove that, because y'all gotta look at the debate title. It's hip hop our true culture. Our means you got to even prove it belong to us. That it's ours, and that's what you're trying to do. But you ain't doing it with sources, you're doing it with emotions. You saying, well, this is something in our genetics and all that and this and that and that. But on my next round, I'm going to prove the way that hip hop was introduced to the world and the way that the world know hip hop ain't this pretty angelic heaven that you trying to make it to be. It always has been a corporate agenda and served the people who invested in it more than the black boys with the talent. Run DMC don't even own they masters. So you're going to have a hard time proving ownership. We saying, is it ours? On my next round, I'm going to mop the flow with the concept that we don't own this culture. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the house. That was a fire first round for Brother Sanchez and Lex Vortex. We're going into the second round. Each of them get 15 minutes. Lex, you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let me get my screen
appreciate
together.
everybody in attendance, man. This fire debate. Appreciate all of y'all support. So whenever you're ready, Lex, let me know and I'll start your 15 minutes.
All right, 1 second. All right.
Shout out to everybody in the house. Go ahead, brother, whenever you're ready.
Cool. All right. All right, y'all. Let's get it in. Let me share my screen here.
Once you share your screen, brother, I'm going to start your time.
My screen is shared.
Okay, I'm starting your time now.
All right. That was a very deceptive intro. By the way, that it was supposed to be an intro. Sanchez already started rebutting things. So I guess we got to get maybe he's not used to formatted debates like this. That was your intro, brother, but you revealed your hand. So we gonna deal with some of the crazy things you said. All right. I did not forget the title of the debate. The debate is hip hop our culture or socially engineered? Okay, and we're gonna deal with that. You talking about owning masters. That's why you need to look up the word commodification. We're gonna get into that. Okay, the masters is not our culture at all. Is it our culture? Shout out to Rakim, the greatest MC of all time. Origins of rap. I had to use this picture right here. You see at the bottom of Rakim, I have griots. Why do I have griots here? Because that is part of the culture of where rap comes from. The griots. Who are the griots? What do griots do? They are poets, historians, advisors, spokespersons, diplomats, peacemakers, praise singers, interpreters, translators, musicians, composers, teachers, warriors, and witnesses. The griots would sit around with the drum and recite poetry, tell the people what's going on around them, tell them their culture, tell them their history, This is what I'm talking about when I say genetic memory, Sanchez. This ain't totally new. You always quoting scriptures, ain't nothing new under the sun, son. Let me show you what I'm talking about, though. Let me get this out of the way. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Give me a second here. Let me show you what I'm talking about, Sanchez. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pull something up for y'all real quick. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Hold on. All right. So this is a article from I Am Hip Hop magazine on the griot tradition here. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the link to this article at the bottom of the page. Foundation of hip hop. The roots of rap can be traced back to post-colonial West Africa and the griot tradition. It can be argued that Africans have been rapping long before we were stolen and taken to America. Now, some people, I know you don't agree with the African stuff of the slave trade, but this refers to indigenous people in general too, Aboriginal people too. In fact, Africa Bambaataa calls the rapper a post-modern griot. Whether you like him or not, he's one of the forefathers of hip-hop. The Last Poets are probably the best example of the griot tradition being introduced in its purest form to Western audiences. However, there are a multitude of popular continental griots such as Bakari Samano, Sekubu, Diabete, Mamadou Sissi. Rap came from the African continent via Jamaica, via the Bronx. I don't agree with everything here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got rap in North America and all this stuff too. But it did transfer to Jamaica and the Bronx via the griot tradition. The griot tradition heavily influenced Jamaican toasting, which came to prominence in the 1950s. This was transported to New York in the 1970s and 80s by Caribbean immigrants such as DJ Kool Herc. That's not exactly factual in terms of what people think about Kool Herc, because we had DJs in the Bronx before Kool Herc, but a lot of times stuff is attributed to Kool Herc, but he did make a heavy contribution. Caribbean immigrants such as DJ Kool Herc and popularized by block parties powered by sound systems. From here, many African Americans, so-called, began to put their own spin on these musical traditions, and thus hip-hop was born. The role of the griot and the role of the rapper are completely different. We are nothing alike. Ancient griots served kings, and modern griots praise rich people and serve politicians. We are the opposite. We serve the people against politicians. We are the voice of the voiceless. However, it can be argued that the griot tradition is largely romanticized. In fact, the modern rapper is antithetic to the values of the griots. Griots were often royal advisors and to some extent were a bourgeois buffer class between the nobility and the common people. Of course, these societal roles are antithetic to the hip-hop movement, which started as grassroots working class socio-political movement that verbally challenged the state and oppressive structures. This is a fact. That's what hip-hop was about. It was challenging the status quo. The links are undeniable. Regardless of the classless element of the griot tradition, we can say that griots' social roles have evolved into that of an activist. Of course, not all rap is revolutionary, and all rap does not need to be revolutionary. Nevertheless, one element has remained unchanged from the Mali Empire in the 7th century to the Bronx in the 1980s. Rap is all about being true to yourself and telling your story or your community stories, from the positive and uplifting to the criminal and negative. They all need to be told so they can be passed down so no story is left untold, right? So this wasn't just happening in Africa. This was happening in the Americas, and many indigenous and many of our indigenous peoples, the aboriginals, they played the drums. Poetry, rap is poetry in motion, bruh. Okay? And what was one of the biggest things we can tell from that? Who was one of the main founding fathers, the influence of that griot tradition? The last poets are rooted in revolution. One of the founding fathers of rap. Let me show y'all something here real quick. If I have this up. One second. Here we go. I don't know if can y'all see the what I got up. Can you see that? Big Dog
Yeah, I
Philly
can see it,
OG?
brother. I can see it. The three brothers, yes.
Okay, these are the last poets. These are heavy influential on hip hop. Before all this stuff Sanchez is talking about, the nonsense. All right. One can debate endlessly about who invented rap music. And by the way, this is but if rap's essence is beats and rhymes, it is difficult to get around the tower influence of the New York City-based jazz poetry group the last poets had on the creation of the form. When asked about the first rappers, knowledgeable hip-hop heads won't start talking about the Sugar Hill Gang. They know that the last poets were rapping over a beat back when Big Bank Hank was still in diapers. That's one of the Sugar Hill Gang members. In fact, the group's self-titled 1970 debut was a musical and political call to arms built on polyrhythmic drum beats and fierce verse poetry about Black power, Afrocentricity, and the realities of street life that sold over 1 million copies by word of mouth, that put rap on the map, making them one of the earliest influences on hip-hop music. This is where these traditions come from. It's a revolutionary tradition, brother. Ain't no goddamn, ain't no MK Ultra in this, bro. What are you doing? You working for them right now. That's what you're doing. That's why they was attacking hip-hop from the beginning, because of people like the last poets, because of the inheritance that came from this. The last poets were born. So then if we go even further down, the name of the group was taken from a poem by a South African revolutionary poet who posited the necessity of putting aside poetry in the face of looming revolution. When the moment hatches in time's womb, there will be no art talk, he wrote. The only poem you will hear will be the spear point pivoted in the punctured marrow of the villain. Therefore, we are the last poets of the world. This was that they was inspired by a revolutionary South African. The whole spirit is revolutionary, sir. The group quickly grew from 3 poets and a drummer to 7 young black, and they go on to talk more about it. For the sake of time, I could go in deeper on this. But when you but if you go here, you'll see that many hip hop artists still use them as a sample. They were featured with a hip hop artist Common on Kanye West produced song "The Corner," the second single released on Common's 6th album. Wu-Tang featured them. Okay. The last poets, do you know about them? These are the forefathers of rap. One of the forefathers, man. Let me get back to this though. Let me get back to this. For those who may have watched my interview with the Mighty Hebrew on the origins of hip hop and rap, Pig Meek Martin is the first rap song, bro. And I could play the song, but for time we can't do that. Rapping 1968. Here Comes the Judges, the song by American soul and comedy singer Pig Meek Martin, first released as a single in 1968 on the Chess label. The record entered the UK singles chart in July 1968, spent 8 weeks on the chart and reaching number 19 as its highest position. The song originated with his signature comedy routine. Hey Yeah, Here Come the Judge would feature Markham as a courtroom judge dealing with the various legal cases and made a mockery of formal courtroom etiquette. It's revolutionary, sir. This is the origin. Where's MK Ultra? Did they put Pig Meek Martin in the room and put some scanners on his brain? Did they create rap, bro? Did they create the last poets? You're tripping. You're tripping, sir. You work for them people right now to destroy hip hop and the legacy of hip hop. Stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous. That's one element. And by the way, I keep telling he's only dealing with rap. What about graffiti? Graffiti. I told you it's genetic memory, bro. Graffiti is an ancient practice of Aboriginal, African, indigenous culture. This is the walls of Bunham Pack. What do you think this is, Sanchez? You thought graffiti? What do you think when you be doing your little lectures and you're going through all these symbols and saying this represents? What do you think they was doing, bro? Graffiti. Yes, sir. And I like to give a shout out to Cornbread, the father of modern graffiti, Daryl McCrae. Cornbread is generally acknowledged to be the first modern graffiti artist who got his start tagging in Philadelphia during the late 1960s. No MK Ultra, sir. No Illuminati. Just a brother's genetic memory and artwork.
You got 2 minutes, brother. 2 more minutes.
Man, already? Man, we gonna have to. Is it 10 or 15?
This
Hello?
round was 15, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Sanchez if we need an extension because man, I actually got the format a day before the debate, but I mean, in order to get all this information out, man, I think you Sanchez, you got a problem with that? Because I mean, we got to get the information out for this.
If we can add another round if we have to or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's just go. I mean, it's probably gonna take me another 5 or 10 just to get through this. I don't know. I got about 5 or 6 more slides though. It'll be quick.
You know you got 2 more 15-minute rounds, right?
Yeah, but that's for a different subject.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
All right. So Cornbread. So that's what this is. This is what the Aboriginals was doing in the Americas. This is what Cornbread is doing. This is people was writing their names on the wall so they can be remembered. And yes, the Egyptians, those are our people. Yes. I know y'all been turned against the Egyptians. That's another COINTELPRO operation. And some people even believe America's is Egypt. And they was doing the same thing here. This is an element. This is what I'm trying to show y'all. Is it our culture? Yes, it's our culture. Has it been commodified? Yes. That's what they was doing on the walls. And it's funny that Sanchez always talking about Egypt. He's always using Egyptian symbols to give his lecture. But what was the pharaohs doing? They was doing what people was doing. They was writing their names on the wall. You're going to remember my name.
Hey, Lex, real quick. I'm going to add 10 more minutes to both of y'all next round. So go, you got 10 more minutes, brother.
All right.
Is that cool, brother Sanchez? Lex?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Brother Sanchez?
I say we just add 5 more minutes for real, for real. I don't need 20 minutes around for real, but you know, yeah, you can add 5. I mean, that's cool.
Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I mean, just do your thing. Go ahead. Let's go, man.
Yeah. This is what they was doing. The Aboriginals of the Americas. It's the same thing. There it is. It's graffiti. You don't believe me? What is the etymology of graffiti? It's the same as hieroglyphics, bruh. Ancient graffito in the Kamambo Temple, Egypt. Graffiti in the rare singular form graffito are from the Italian word graffito. The term graffiti is used in art history for works of art produced by scratching a design into a surface. A related term as graffito, which involves scratching through one layer of pigment to reveal another beneath it. This technique was primarily used by potters who would glaze their wares and then scratch a design into them. In ancient times, graffiti were carved on walls with a sharp object, although sometimes chalk and coal were used. The word originates from the Greek graphene, meaning to write. Etymology of hieroglyphs comes from the Greek adjective hieroglyphikos, a compound that means to carve, engrave, meaning sacred carving. The glyphs themselves, since the Ptolemaic period, were called hieroglyphica, the sacred engraved letters. It's genetic memory, Sanchez. It's not new. It was reborn in us. You understand that? Matter of fact, let me go a little deeper for you. Ancient Egyptian graffiti, burial sites discovered by Yale archaeologists. I don't got time to go into the article, but it talks about graffiti even pre-dynastic Egypt. This is what we was doing, bruh. It wasn't no white people around. It's indigenous. What about breakdancing? This is really gonna hurt you right here. See, this is what I'm talking about. All he talking about is gangster rap. We said is hip hop our culture. Bro, ain't no masters doing this time. Ain't no Rick Rubin. Ain't nobody with probes on their head with lights getting programmed. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's take them back for a second, y'all. You see this right here? This is in Kenya. This is a video. Can you see this, Big Philly Dog OG?
I still see the brothers breakdancing. You gotta go to the next slide, I guess.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this real quick.
Shout out to everybody in the house, man.
Indeed.
I'll let you know when you once again screen sharing. You have about 2 minutes left, brother.
All right, hold on. Y'all got to see this. All right, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it, brother. I'm muting back up.
This is a video from 1959, Sanchez. I want you to watch this real quick. Oh my God. What are they doing, bro? Are they head spinning and windmilling in Africa and Kenya in 1959? I bet you never seen this before. Is it our culture? What's all that? Oh, hand spins. Oh, hold on. You windmilling. You're dead, bro. Debate's over right here, turn this out. We've been doing this. And it wasn't just in Africa, sir. It wasn't just in Africa. I just want to show you that. But let's go here real quick. This is in the 1930s. I'm sure you watched my video. Can y'all see this? This one up here, Big Fog Time. You know what I mean?
Cool,
like
cool. Yeah, that's your time's up, brother.
Yeah, brother Sanchez. I'm gonna give you 20 minutes. 20 minutes, fine.
Yeah, let's get it.
You got it.
Let me just start off by saying he call it break dancing. I call it buck dancing. And that last video was a good example of cooning and shucking and jiving, if you ask me. And you're talking about this is our culture. If anything, it's our pastime. It's our music genre of choice, because a culture is more than a music genre. And that's how you lost this debate, son, because you got to show me anybody else in the world whose culture is just a music genre. The white man's culture ain't country music. His culture is manifest destiny, capitalism, colonialism, Americanism, patriotism. So if hip hop was based on black nationalism and all you showed me was the foundation of an entertainment industry, son, you about to lose this shit real bad. And I'm going to take it easy on you if you humble your damn self. Now check this out, right? You said we can find this in Africa, we can find it everywhere, but you can't find it in early America with our native ancestors. I'm not an African. Of course, Africans carry on like that. And a lot of this occult behavior come from Africa because they was colonized before us. Not only can you find the Egyptian worship in Africa, the buck dancing in Africa, the cooning and all that, guess what? You can find that, like you said, if America is Egypt, it's because America is Babylon, and they got obelisks all over America, just like they got in Egypt. They got the pyramid on your dollar. You got rappers all over the place showing you Egyptian symbolism, Jay-Z and all them. You talking about that's our culture. That's Freemasonic culture. You don't know what you talking about, and you attached to a darn psyop, and it ain't my fault. You saying I work for them people when everything that you showed was you giving us the history of hip-hop and trying to downplay MK Ultra when hip-hop was always introduced to the masses as an industry, not a black culture of black nationalism. It was introduced to the world as an industry of Kango wearers and Adidas wearers and dudes that talk and that jive talk. And why would the people who are our enemy fund our revolutionary speech? The people who allowed them to fight the powers that be were the powers that we should have been fighting. Didn't you ever hear the doggone quote, the revolution will not be televised? Your whole speech was about a bunch of founding fathers who televised it and sold us out. That's why they're founding fathers and it ain't no founding mothers in hip hop. Why ain't no women involved? Because since the conception of hip hop, women was always exploited. And don't bring up MC Lyte and Queen Latifah. That's going to be like bringing up Diddy, because MC Lyte got hella pedophile lyrics. Pedophilia has never been our culture. Since hip-hop's conception, we're going to act like Africa Bambaataa just started messing with children. You brought him up as a founding father. Everything that you not bringing up, though, is all of the unspoken stuff that's coming out the closet with P. Diddy and all that now. The underlying thing about this is that it's deeper than just an innocent culture. It's a music industry that's full of occult behavior that you just trying to write off as tinfoil hat stuff. But if this was my culture, I would understand it. But I don't know nothing about wearing horns, riding goats, throwing up devil horns, throwing up sits. Ever since this culture came to me, there were people throwing up devil symbols and horns and had this underlying sort of imagery that I never understood. So when you try to make me a tinfoil hatter just trying to understand all of this symbolism that you trying to say come from Egypt, right? That'll be like you mocking somebody for trying to decode the hieroglyphs. I see these rappers flashing all of these symbols from Egypt, just like you said. Now, they're not teaching about Egypt, goddammit. They're just flashing them over our head like they're part of some good group we don't know about. And I see this same symbolism on our money, our filthy money, right? And my thing is this right here. You try to pass this off like Egypt was innocent, America is innocent, when hip hop has sold us the same values as the Egyptians and the Babylonians, which was wearing a lot of gold around your neck, ego, material stuff. You try to say that a few old dudes was speaking out about the government and stuff. Like, you can't defend a whole industry that was conceived by these founding fathers. Maybe those founding fathers didn't make the kind of music that was as corrupted as what we see today, but they laid the foundation for that to come. Nothing is gonna start off what the enemy give you to look like a tool of war against you. But if you look back at the history of hip hop, every artist you just named, they were signed to a white Jewish label. That's a fact. So if the name of the debate is hip hop our true culture, If it's an art form and we don't own the art, how is it ours? Man, you lost this debate right there, dude. If it's an art form and we don't even own the goddamn artist, it's no wonder they don't push our agenda. They act like they push our agenda just like politicians. But if we look at the results of hip hop, just like the politicians, look at our hood. Look at what hip hop has become today. Not what it was back then. Even if you look at what it was back then, we saw the foundations of an egotistical industry that was promoting a lot of sets, underage sets. Yeah, MC Lyte is not a gangster rapper. She's a hip hop MC, one of the foundational ladies of hip hop. And there's videos out right now talking about how she going to the high school looking for little children to date. Man, if I play some of them lyrics from MC Lyte, you'll vomit in your mouth. Talking about how MC Lyte like them 17 because they be running and squirming. And boy, the lyrics is horrible. What we look back at the early lyrics of hip hop and we see that wasn't so damn innocent and all that. You just can't have a scapegoat called gangster rap when it exists if it wasn't for hip hop. Hip hop is not a culture, it's an industry. And this is why you got a group of people who don't know who they are because they identify themselves by a music genre. Damn, that boy good. I wouldn't do this to you this way if you humbled yourself, but you tried to act all goddamn like you killing it and, I'm working for the folks and shit. So check this out, right? You talking about hieroglyphs and graffiti are the same and they come from Egypt. Yeah, the shit that the Pharaoh was putting on the wall was no different than gangs tagging they sets and territory today, saying how great one individual are. We doing everything the Babylonians and Egyptians did. And I'm not a Babylonian. I'm not an Egyptian. I don't identify with this cult. Hip hop was a medium that took certain elements from the streets and brought them together and formed the industry that we see today. And that industry was always funded by our enemy. And the question is why? Because they used this art form from its conception to drive home their elements and consumerism. In other words, they don't mind you saying fight the powers that be, long as you do it with a Rolex on, long as you do it with Adidas on, long as you do it promoting the trend. See, hip hop would be a tool that corporations use to promote trendy behavior, to tell you who you are, what's hip today, what's not. That's not hip today. This is the foundation of Americans' trendy culture. It lies mainly in pop music, which most of that is hip hop, and we don't own. And the thing about it, why he's gonna fail this debate, he keep trying to give us the history of hip hop because he's fantasizing. But he's not trying to prove that hip hop is our true culture. Or is it some white dude's industry that he used to social engineer a group of consumers and used to and make the woman out to be a material object? Now watch this, right? Let me go through my notes and let me regroup here quick. We don't own, now when you talk about this is an art form that our people are talented and we should be marveling at it. You're right. I'm not taking that away. I'm an artist myself, which is why I would never sign my art over to my enemy. All of those founding fathers that you just named, they signed some of those greatest revolutionary hits that people still playing, fight the powers that be and all that. Every time they play, a white man get more money. So these songs will say fight the power, but when they play on the radio, they'll just empower the power. In other words, the enemy don't care if you get on a record and televise your smack and talk about it. He'll actually pay for you to do it if it'll make him money. He know you ain't gonna really do nothing but break dance and buck dance and all that stuff. He tried to play videos of people in Africa breakdancing. Show me people in Africa with 2 turntables and a mic. God damn, boy, you forgot. I was being too nice for him. You forgot who the hell I am, right? Hip hop is an electronic music group, dude. And you showed folks in Africa beating on drums when we beat it on goddamn it beat machines with hip hop. And we beat bop. We sampled African drums, but we didn't play them ourselves. Because hip hop is an electronic music. And just like you said, we still sampling this stuff today. We're not playing the organic instruments. The people in the jungle never went to an electronic music form that can be industrialized. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, shit, man. How many times did I hit him with this gauge? God damn it, Lex. You gonna be looking like Swiss cheese at the end of this shit, son. Let me tell you something. If you think I'm done with you, that's another lie. Because, dude, I got a bunch of more rounds of this shit. And if you ask for more time, that's just going to be more whooping for you. Right? So check this out, right? You talking about the revolution. This was a revolutionary music, and I'm COINTELPRO for going against it. When all I'm telling you is it's not our true culture. Your revolution was televised. At that point, it wasn't your true culture anymore. It was private families' industry that they own. There are 3-4 major record labels that own the whole music industry, and it's been that way from the jump. The big three is what they call them. I'm going to go into that in my second joint because the title of the debate is hip hop ours? See, he's fantasizing about hip hop's history and niggas break dancing and getting dirty on the ground. See, when Let's get up off the ground and wipe all that goddamn dust and dirt off the top of his damn head, the white man still gonna be richer than his ass with all that shucking and jiving. Everything we do with our so-called art, it make our enemy more financially successful than us, and he not concerned with that. He just concerned with us glorifying a nigga. Look, don't make me get on the ground, nigga. It ain't enough room. I'll fuck around and clown your ass, nigga, on this shit. Don't you show me no more breaking videos. Niggas shucking, that's called cooning, nigga. All this shit. White man getting rich as hell, and all this is your response to the system kicking your ass. Okay, the system kicking our ass. Let's fuck out of here. Hip hop telling us about black nationalism, and the dudes that made that YMCA song look, they're fruity as hell. All them founding fathers dress weird as hell and look fruity as hell. I ain't done with you. God damn it, you talking about, you showed a video with dudes in Africa breakdancing, talking about hip hop is our culture. Show me a motherfucker in a tribe with a big boom box like this on his shoulder, like Radio Raheem. Show me a dude in Africa with some Reebok pump-ups on. We forget the street fashion that's surrounding hip hop, the boom boxes, the electronics that we need to participate in this electronic culture. You see what I'm saying? And we don't make none of that. And we don't even own none of the artwork or the instruments that we use to make the shit. But he telling me hip hop is our true culture. What he should have said was the elements of hip hop always belong to the people. But hip hop as it stand and as it was conceived always was introduced to the world as an industry full of founding fathers that he mentioned, and he killed himself with that. You fucking killed yourself with that. I said, I'm going to let him mention them founding fathers. I know he going to do it. Because when you do that, guess what? All them founding fathers signed deals with Jewish, white-owned labels. And the name of the debate is hip-hop our true culture? I'm not saying that those brothers don't have an artistic culture of spitting rhymes on the street, but hip hop wasn't introduced to the world locally. That's a no-brainer. And you introduce something to the world, it's no longer local. And the people that funded hip hop to be introduced to the world, they always had their agenda served when hip hop was introduced as an industry. He's fantasizing. You bringing up founding fathers, what did they find? They helped lay the foundation of an industry. The culture existed before them. Even you said that. God damn, I'm good. God damn. God damn, son. Don't you understand who you're dealing with? If the elements of hip hop even predate the founding fathers, then what did the founding fathers find? You telling me wasn't no women breakdancing? Wasn't no women MCs to MC Light and Queen Latifah? You know that's wrong. Lex is right. There are plenty of women MCs that probably was out there, but we didn't get to know them because hip hop was introduced to the world with an industry full of signed artists that had to take a contract and take an oath to be part of this cabal, this industry cabal. And these founding fathers are part of it. They introduced, what did they lay the foundation for? Niggas selling over their intellectual property because none of them founding fathers own their masters. You trying to tell me hip hop ain't Freemasonic? Man, I'm about to give you a list right now of how many rappers right now that got the name Grandmaster. Don't you know when them niggas was calling theyself Grandmaster this, Grandmaster that was Freemasonry, dude? Don't you know that? Grandmasters and the concept of founding fathers, that's Freemasonry, dude. And you trying to make Egypt okay. Even if you make Egypt okay, you can't make it mine. That's where you wrong. The debate is it my true culture? I'm not a fucking Egyptian. Ooh, my mic red. What that mean? It's thermal. It's thermal. Your boy Rick Ross got a song called Freemason. Why do we see rappers throwing up so many ancient Egyptian Freemasonic mystery symbols? They wasn't doing it when they was just in the hood. What do they learn when they sign a contract? You trying to
2 minutes, bro.
You trying to act like this a big tinfoil hat conspiracy when Jay-Z told you Illuminati want my mind, soul, and body. For you to be in your fantasy land, you got to debate some of the OGs in the game that you trying to defend. Ouch. Ouch. Damn, son, I'm starting to feel sorry for you. I'm glad my 2 minutes there, because I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a bloody scene right now. It's a bloody scene. They said hip-hop come from jazz. They're right. But without jazz and a couple of more genres, you wouldn't have hip-hop. And guess what? In jazz music, the Harlem Renaissance, all them would have been considered tap dance and coons for the white man. They played and had their artwork portrayed in establishment and venues that weren't black owned. The Apollo ain't even owned by black people. Ain't that some shit? Now check this out, right? You got a whole Freemasonic cult that ran the jazz industry, and I'm gonna go into that when I go into Duke Ellington, Sun Ra, which is another hip hop forefather. I'm gonna break all they Freemasonic roots down, and he gonna have to actually deny this stuff. Now look, a lot of hip hop slang is from the Nation of Gods and Earth, the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Science Temple, the New Wapian. Hip hop come from out the neo-pagan movement. Research it. They gave us a new identity with neo-pagan concepts. That's why Bambaataa and them was telling us we Egyptians, we Moors, we all that. That came out of hip-hop. It promoted a lot. And guess what? A lot of these pedophiles right here, Malachi York, Bambaataa, look at what's going on with Puff Daddy now. Hip-hop always started off like that. It didn't just get like that. Even when niggas was talking about fight the powers that be, they was touching their own little children. It's sick, and he want to deny that and say it's tinfoil hat stuff. But on my second round, I'm going to continue to beat him up. He just giving you the history of hip-hop. He ain't sticking with the title. I'm done.
Gotcha. You good. Shout out Lex. and Brother Sanchez. Fire debate going on. Good information on both sides. We're entering the third round. Lex, let me know when you're ready. 15 minutes.
All right. Let me share my screen again real quick. This is sad right here, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. The only person, like, you're seeing live cooning right now. This man is telling you that everything we did, dancing was cool. The only one who was doing the buck dancing is when you just got up right now and started doing the bucking and chucking and jiving.
You ready
Dancing.
to start your time, brother?
Yeah, let's start it. Let's go.
All
We
right.
about to get this work because all of that was ridiculous. When he got up,
Yeah, 15 minutes, right?
yeah.
Gotcha.
You better shorten this time because you in trouble.
Go ahead, brother. When you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Go
The
ahead.
only cooning that was being done is when Sanchez got up and showed us what chucking and jiving was. He gonna say our people dancing was chucking and jiving and cooning. Dance is a big part of our culture, fool. It wasn't chucking and jiving and dancing. Break dancing is chucking and jiving now. See, the reason why I have this up here is because I understand the title completely. Is hip hop our culture? See, you don't know the difference, and that's why I'm going to show you what commodification is. That's why I brought that up. You're going to see that. There's 5 elements of hip hop, buddy. I don't know if they taught you that down in the goddamn woods of wherever place you come from down there. MCing. That's what I went over. Where's the origins of that? Is that our culture? You mentioned DJ. Show me an ancient African with a no, that's modern technology, stupid. Breakdancing. That's an element of hip hop. Was it created by the CIA or MK Ultra? Yes, and it is tinfoil shit, and I'm gonna show you why. Graffiti, I showed you that. That's culture. And then there's a part that you don't forget that you must not understand. That's called knowledge. See, that's real hip hop, brother. Knowledge is an element that you're leaving out. So if you got some people out here that ain't kicking no knowledge, they're not fulfilling the elements of hip hop. Let's deal with it, though. Let's deal with it. Now, he got this nonsense from a Jewish white boy, Robert Seffer. You know that video he played with y'all? Joe Malone, misinterpreted gangster rap is not hip hop. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the letter that he got from this white boy. And the dude, the white boy is actually a Jewish agent. The dude, Robert Seffer. His father was making movies about the Nazis in Germany and all. See, he don't know how these small hats act. Good cop, bad cop, act like they concerned. When you read, can you see this on the screen? Hip Hop is read, Big Philly OG. The secret meeting to change rap music. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it, brother. It's up there.
All right. Let's read. This is what I'm talking about. This dude is following the agenda of the small hats. Let's read what he wrote and what it says. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. So he goes on to talk about how he was invited to this meet. And by the way, this was some anonymous letter that was dropped. No one can confirm this dude, and he wasn't an ex-CIA agent. In his own letter, he said he was a music-making decision maker, and there was other dudes in the room who could have been something else that he didn't know. So this ain't even been confirmed. But Sanchez ran with this, played this video on his show, and I agree with this and agree with that. What did he say? Let's see what he said. Between the late 80s and 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in music industry. Okay, he was a decision, not a CIA agent, by the way. Never been confirmed. The meeting held was on a private residence in the outskirts of Los Angeles. You remember 25 or 30 people, most of them familiar faces. We joked about the theme of the meeting, but I want to get to the point. He said he was made to sign one of those agreements where he couldn't tell anything. But this is what he said. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies were represented had invested in a very profitable industry which could become even more rewarding without active involvement. He explained that the companies we work for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Even if we take this letter for truth, this man was describing people who had invested in private prisons. He goes on to say, this is how ignorant people are when they read stuff. That video he played for y'all by Robert Seffer totally misrepresented this letter. He said the CIA and MK Ultra. Now, these prisons were with any of us. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more money the government will pay these prisons. It was also made clear as that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees have become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. That's what this was about. So he goes on to say that basically it starts with people like NWA. They wanted to promote crime in gangster rap. And he said after this meeting, he started to see the changes in hip hop in terms of what they were promoting. This is in the late 80s, sir. Hip hop is going all the way back to the 60s. This is why I told you about commodification. Oh, let's get to commodification. You lucky you want to make this a time base, because I will eat your ass alive because you cooning. You working for them. You're not literally working for them people, but you working for them people. You disrespecting everything you got to say about our code. Oh, they was cooning and chucking and jiving because they was dancing. And you got this hate for Egypt and all this. Like Egypt was evil. Who told you that? The Christians that read the Bible, nigga? You ever read the 42 laws of Ma'at? If they were so evil, matter of fact, let's get to that real quick. This coon ass shit. The 42 laws they're so evil, but their whole civilization was based on this. If you got to make it to the afterlife, you got to follow these laws. You can't be no evil, decrepit, disgusting people, but yet so scientifically advanced. How do you have the time to have such high science to build pyramids? In the greatest civilization that lasted damn near 7,000 years. It takes great minds to do that, nigga. And those are our people, and they was African people. I know you're not African. I get it. I don't know what you are. See? I have not committed sin. I have not committed robbery with violence. I have not stolen. I have not slain men and women. I have not stolen food. I have not swindled offerings. I have not stolen from the gods and goddesses. I have not told lies. I have not carried away food. I have not cursed. You want me to go on to all 42? Why are you leaving that out? Nigga, you can point out negativity in any shit. But you always seem to find a way to undermine niggas. Let's go to this Illuminati bullshit he brought up.
Hey, you still screen sharing the first one, brother. You ain't screen sharing nothing new. Just letting you know.
I wish you would have told me that before. It's all good.
I didn't want to interrupt you. Yeah, I was trying to let you.
Got it. I'll bring it back real quick just so they can see what I'm talking about. Let me bring it back real quick. I was just reading from
And you still have 6.5 minutes, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we ain't got enough time to do this right. We ain't got enough time. If you want to do it right, Sanchez, let's do it right, man. Fuck the time. Because you got a little zesty, my nigga. Let's just get it in. But look at this. Because I got information I need to get up. This is what I was reading, y'all. Just the 42 laws of Ma'at. That's all. I just want to show y'all that. I'm
We
not
can see it now. We can see it.
That's all I was reading, just for those who didn't see it. But let me go on. He talking about the symbols, as if these symbols are evil. Let's go right to the Scottish Rite website. Let's go to it. This is on the Scottish Rite website of Freemasonry. See, y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all don't, can you see it?
Yes,
can you
sir.
see it? This brother don't know nothing about Freemasonry. He's listening to these Protestant right Christians that started all this Masonic bullshit. Freemasonry is something that was given to the Europeans in Europe. But just like even what they do is older. They inverted the symbols. Fool. So this is what they say on their website. Is the eye in the pyramid a Masonic symbol? No. Let me blow it up for y'all. The eye represents consciousness of God, nigga. It's the capstone of the pyramid that our people were responsible for. But you hate yourself, bro. I don't know what kind of bullshit you on trying to appeal to this universal race shit. No, nigga, we talking about our people and what they did. And they were black people, so-called. No, this is what the Scottish Rite website says. No, the Great Seal of the United States is not a Masonic emblem, nor does it contain hidden Masonic symbols, nor was it designed by Masons. While the all-seeing eye of Providence is a common symbol used by Masons and others to represent the omniscience of God, when combined with a pyramid, it has no official Masonic meaning. Some lodges have subsequently used the eye in the pyramid as a design element, but it has never been adopted by any Grand Lodge as a symbol. The Great Seal of the United States grew out of 3 separate congressional committees. For the sake of time, I'm not going to go through. The person who decided that it was going to be on the dollar was not a Mason. It was a group of people, and only one in that group was a Mason. And the original symbol was going to be a symbol of Moses splitting the Red Sea. So this is all conspiracy theory bullshit. I'm not saying there's no Illuminati, but again, the Illuminati and Masons are 2 different organizations. The Illuminati was started in 1776 by Adam Weishaupt. Stop it. They infiltrated the lodge. Freemasonry goes back to indigenous people. That is the initiation ceremonies that initiated you into the rites of knowledge to become a priest or a priestess. To take care of the village, ignorant ass. Let's go to commodification, though, because this is what I want to get to. And you lucky, you better hope I don't get to the gang shit, because I wanted to get to the gangs. Commodification of hip-hop and culture and rap music. Within hip-hop culture, rap music is a popular vehicle, freedom of expression for Black African Americans to project their voices. It goes through the artists. However, the issue of rap music as an oppositional phenomenon lies within a relationship between rap artists and patriarchal capitalist structures. Hip-hop may be considered counteractive by utilizing rap music to oppose hegemonic frameworks of white America, yet it is simultaneously dependent on this very framework that it insists in order to reach success. This is what Sanchez is talking about. He's trying to act like this, like the devil got into all these rappers, and he talks about their personal, shortcomings, as that if that represents the music. Like if a basketball, that's like saying if a basketball player goes molested as a child, then we gonna say, well, basketball was engineered. No, nigga. If a nigga in hip hop does something that don't represent everything in hip hop, that's foolishness. That's foolishness. Rap music has become a primary distributor in capitalist production and consumption. See, I don't got time. See, this is the bullshit right here. But let me go back to something else. But this is called commodification. What is commodification? Let me go to this real quick. Let's go to it. If I can get to it. And this is what I want to show you right here. This is shit they talking about. This is part of the promotion and mystique to promote the music. These symbols belong to us and still do. That's just a pyramid, nigga. That's all he's throwing up. When they start letting niggas in the white Illuminati, that's all propaganda and bullshit. Yeah, are they under these people? These people, that's called the world, nigga. These people own all industries, not just hip hop. So we gonna have to say you better stop eating food, nigga. You better stop eating fried chicken because Kentucky Fried Chicken introduced that shit to the world. How stupid is that? Oh, the way hip hop was introduced. We ain't talking, that's not the name of the title. How it was introduced. Is it our culture? It was commodified, nigga, meaning it's only for profit. And who did it? Rick Rubin, yeah. A Jew, yeah. And they do it to all industries. They do it to the sports industry, to the hip hop industry, the rock and roll industry, the jazz industry. We can go. And then the nigga start talking about the jazz musicians were Freemasons, as if that meant that the evil satanic Freemasons put their vibration on the jazz music now. Now jazz music is some evil satanic shit. Jazz music is one of the greatest music.
Hey, that's time, Lex. Time.
Come on, man. Let's just let us go, man. Just let us go.
Got you.
Just
We moving into I got you, Lex. We moving into Brother Sanchez 15-minute third round rebuttal. Let me know when you're ready, brother.
I mean, are we doing this for the if we doing this for the people, up, man? Lex. I'm just saying, man, we doing this for the
He already said it.
Yeah, you gave me the format like yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Lex, hold on, bro. I got you. Lex, he said we can go an extra round if y'all want to.
Yeah,
bro.
But if that's the case, just let me keep going. I don't need an extra.
No, it's Brother Sanchez time to get his round. There you go. I got you.
Lex, you're gonna ruin the event, man. I don't care when I gave it
to you. Just go, brother. I got you. You ain't even got to talk about it no more. I'm done. Go ahead. Just go. I got you. Go ahead. So we ain't got to make it a thing. Just go.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the house. Whenever you ready.
All right, so
Brown, brother, let me know.
Check this out. I'm ready. So first of all, I didn't attack jazz or say it was evil. I just said it was never ours. It's always been controlled by a Freemasonic brotherhood. The music industry is worth billions of dollars, not to mention the influence it have on young young people. And it's very trendy. We know a lot of trends, self-esteem issues. He's got to ignore all of that so he can fantasize and glorify about it, though, and that's why we're in trouble as a people. I'm not the enemy here. It's people like him who want you to glorify the history of hip hop. He said I'm more concerned of how it was introduced when he spent most of his early lecture talking about the history of it, and I was talking about who control it. All I was doing was showing you the money behind hip hop's introduction. What we know as hip hop is something that was introduced to the world by our controllers. As it existed in the streets and all that, it wasn't industrialized. You missed the part about the revolution won't be televised. You called me out my name. I didn't do that to you. I just showed passion. I didn't go to calling you fools and all of that, brother. You want to keep mocking dudes from the South and from Alabama. I wanted that you know that Sun Ra was from Alabama, and he's an early hip hop pioneer. And guess what? Sun Ra performed free in Alabama in the 60s and 70s at all the Masonic lodges. Sun Ra is an open Freemason, and he performed regularly at Freemason lodges in Alabama. And he's a known jazz musician and hip hop pioneer. Let's don't know that. He too busy dissing Sun Ra's hometown. That's a damn shame. He's like a child that can't help that I told him Santa Claus ain't real. Now let's talk about this symbol again, because the question is hip hop our true culture? All the symbolism he given us come from Egypt and Africa. It come from the occult and Freemasonry. And I'm not saying that the symbolism is evil. When I deal with the symbolism, guess what? I actually teach what you teaching, that it represents the mind, the higher self, the consciousness. You see my collages? All of this is symbols of Babylon and Saturnalia. It's why we put the star at the top of the Christmas tree, because the Christmas tree is the Babel Tower and the star is the all-seeing eye. It represents how the mind caps off the body. This is why we say mind over matter. Nigga, you ain't teaching me shit. Like I don't know that. I'm telling you, if Freemasons know all that, why they got to be a secret society? That's what I'm telling you. That's what happened in Egypt and Babylon. They was taking this knowledge and make it an occult. They made it a cult, dude. They don't teach this to everybody. You got to join a lodge. If you're in there building better men, doing something good for the people, and you teaching them some knowledge that can free our people, why they got to join a lodge? Let me guess, because we don't want to put our secret out there to everybody, but we flash symbols all over the goddamn place in front of people's faces. Yeah, make it make sense. These dudes got 666 devil horns and all that, and you trying to force that on me like that's my culture. I can choose to say, hey, what's mine is the art form. I'm a lyricist. I'm a poet. That's mine. What's not mine is that evil industry that gave us them damn founding fathers that sold out to Jewish labels. I own all of my intellectual property. None of those damn founding fathers you name, they don't own their masters and stuff. The word master is owner. That's literally like God. And you don't care nothing about that because you too busy trying to call me a coon because I'm pointing out all of the bad stuff in the game, and you just want to put your head in the sand and point out the good when the bad outweigh the good. Now check this out, right? You said that Freemasonry come from our indigenous people. Our indigenous people didn't have secretive brotherhoods. That come from Egypt and all that. They had mystery schools. If you look at the tribe today, if they can teach something to the men, they can teach it to the women. Ain't no damn bunch of dudes going off in the jungle, riding goats and spin eggs in each other's mouth. The gateway into Freemasonry is through sororities and frats. That's Greek societies, and I'm not a Greek, my dude. That's what I'm saying. You said, one other thing you said. You said that, where was I? Hold on a second. Yeah, about the all-seeing eye not being Freemasonic. Here it is right here in Freemasonry, George Washington. The G that you see at the top of the arch, that is the all-seeing eye at the top of the step pyramid. So, yeah, they don't got the exact motherfucking shit that's on the damn dollar, but they do use that symbol. Here it is right here. Like, dude, I study Freemasonic symbols. And this what's on our dollar is this same symbol. You can say, well, that one got 2 pillars and it got more on it. Now you just playing games. That's the same symbol. And them the games that the Masons want to play. And Diddy know what you know too, my brother Lex. Diddy agree with you. He think Egyptian is our culture too. The Egyptians like to play with little boys and wear makeup and wear fingernail polish. Look at them pharaohs. I don't see motherfuckers in the jungle tribe doing that. You played a dude in the jungle breakdancing. Show me an Egyptian breakdancing, my nigga. Better stop playing with me. Told you, dude. Check this out. Look at your boy Diddy and his Egyptian god. Yeah, you talking about I'm bringing up people's personal life, trying to blame it on a culture, but your goddamn culture is an embodiment of what everybody is doing knowingly or unknowingly in your culture. If secret behavior go on in the streets that ain't known to the mainstream, it's still part of street culture. It just ain't known. It's occult. It's hidden. And it's a lot of hidden evil shit happening in America. Children getting sacrificed, sex trafficking. Look at all the stuff coming out on one of the biggest founding fathers of hip hop, Bambaataa. You talking about hip hop is such of a positive vibe, good energy for the people. It didn't stop him from being a predator. It didn't stop none of the. See, the thing is, you got to defend a corrupted industry when you should just be defending an art form. But that ain't what the debate is, because my argument is that the way hip hop was introduced to us through them founding fathers that you brought up, It was introduced as an industry that was always controlled by the corporations. So the moment you brought up those founding fathers, you ain't talking about regular people on the street spitting and niggas who doing graffiti. And your excuse to that is, well, that's just the world. They just had to sell their soul out. That ain't the way of the world. That's the way of the sellout, nigga. I didn't sign a contract. That's just the way of the world. Hip hop would have got popular without them Jewish small hats. We just should have been patient. Niggas ain't patient. That shows today that none of these rappers is even reading their own contract or even read it, and they still under 360 deals, nobody owning their own masters. You want to talk about a nigga being a coon for pointing all this out, for pointing out the fact that the three biggest controllers of our so-called art form is our enemy? Me saying that make me a coon, and your panties all in a fucking bunch because I'm saying that? Pipe down, little dude. I can't help it. I'm telling the truth and it hurt. Don't shoot the goddamn messenger. It's not ours. It was never introduced to the world by us. Without the funding of them small hats, the world wouldn't know shit about hip hop as they know it today. It would have been a totally history of hip hop that we would have wrote, and you wouldn't have had founding fathers. You would have had a founding community. You would have had a founding nation of people. If hip hop our culture, children, women, and everybody be doing it. How come it was introduced to the world by a few controlled Masonic ass fathers using the names like Grandmaster and shit? Even to this day, we see the Freemasonic influence in hip hop. All these rappers on checkerboards and shit. Africa Bombada coming out with goat horns and shit on. We know that's the goat of Mendez. That come from Egypt. You got to defend all that shit, and not only that, you got to tell me it's my culture. And now you got to anathematize me. Go look it up, niggas. You got to counsel me out because I don't want to accept your indoctrination, which is the same indoctrination the government give us, which is why all of them glorify Egypt and put they backing behind everything you saying. Africa Bombada won't be prosecuted. You don't care. See, I'm bringing up personal stuff because our glorification of this hip hop industry make us sweep that under the rug, and a lot of pedophiles using this industry to do just that. That's what I'm saying. You ignoring that this industry was always used to take advantage of young people, get them to sell their soul, be sex slaves and intellectual art property slaves. You acting like that wasn't always a reality in hip hop. That the forefathers that signed their deals got the shit end of the stick. Nobody get more than master, and you don't want to talk about that word master or masters for that matter. The one that owned the masters, that's the owner. The word master is owner. Is hip hop our true culture? No, it's an industry that some white folks own. A person's culture is bigger than a music genre, and you're defending a music genre and the elements of it. I'm telling you that music genre wouldn't be what it is today and still what it is today if it wasn't for the small hat media outlets that push and promote it with their Jewish dollar. And that's the same dollar that promoted songs like Fight the Powers That Be. Why would they do it? Because the revolution won't be televised. Oh, yes, it would for the right amount. And that's what the forefathers did. You telling a generation of black people this our culture, but when they try to enter it, they see otherwise. They don't own nothing. When they go into the hip hop industry today, it's a 360 deal, a white man at the top that's only gonna promote your sexy reds, Sukiana, but you still wanna maintain to a lost dad pipe dream that is ours. It was never ours. Prove a time when we own most of the assets. Prove a time where a black man was signing a goddamn over the district. They won't even let us have a distribution label. Because they control what you can and can't do in an industry that they regulate and operate and that they funded from the conception. Black folks didn't pay the money to upstart this modern music hip hop industry. So If you didn't fund it, you don't own it. And that's clear when you get in a game. And you're so hypocritical, dude, that you act like hip hop started everywhere, even in the South, you said, North Carolina. But the moment you disagree with me, you talk shit about the South. You see, it's niggas in Alabama that probably agree with you. And you making them turn on you when you try to joke me for being from the South. When I told you that Sun Ra from the South, and he's a Freemason. He's a hip hop founded, one of the founding fathers, not only in hip hop, but in jazz music. And he was openly with his Freemasonry and all that. So I don't know if I got time to go into those. You say you want to.
You got 2 minutes left, brother. You coming up on your 2 minutes.
Okay, he want to talk about all he can give you is emotionalism and pride. But I'm finna give you some, since he want to screen share, let me show you. He ain't share this though. Watch this. This is from, so check this out. A website, the impact of rap music on the youth. Ever since hip hop was conceived, this is some of the main values of it that come from Babylon. Sex, money, trendy behavior, just what the Egyptians was into. So I'm not going to be able to go into this with 2 minutes. I'll just read some highlight points. According to a study conducted by the American Journal of Public Health from 1996 to 99 on African-American teenage girls, participants who were exposed to rap music videos were 3 times more likely to hit a teacher, more than 2.5 times as likely to have been arrested, 2 times as likely to have had multiple sexual partners. Now, we all can act like this ain't true. But everybody know that hip hop drove in some core values in our young selves at an early age. And he want to say that ain't hip hop, that's gangster rap. Guess what? You can't, he just said that it's poetry and art. Now he get to regulate what art is. Art, any black person expressing their lifestyle, if they stripping and selling ass, they can be a Dina Howard and get the mic. That's their life. Who are you to say that ain't hip hop? That's what I was telling y'all about him saying it's our culture, but him turning it into like an Indian given situation where they can regulate what's art or not. Look up the definition of art. It's a person expression of lifestyle, environment, and all that. Niggas rapping about guns and street culture, you get at a pass because you say, well, that's the environment. They're artists painting what's around them. So if a woman is a whore at that point in life, she may change later, but at that point, if she's an artist and cool, it just so happened hip hop is an industry that promotes that behavior because it's more popular, sex, drugs, and money. We got to play dumb to go with let's remember that.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Fire debate on both ends. We're coming up to the closing 5 minutes each on why you think you won. So shout out both participants, to both brothers.
Don't forget we got a 15-minute round back and forth before the closing. But yeah,
got you. Okay, that's where we at. 15-minute back and forth.
Okay.
And with the 15-minute back and forth, we just go and we gotta just try not to make it ratchet and shit, let's. But that so
yeah, it's all good. I mean, you want to add another round because a lot being said, a lot needs to be addressed.
Okay, check it out, right? Let's add another 10 minutes, another 10-minute round. Leo, I'll mute up.
All right, sounds good. Lexa, your turn, brother. Let me know when you're ready, and I'll start the 10 minutes.
Yeah, because this brother's confused. All right. I'm ready.
All right, I'm starting your time now. Go ahead, brother.
All right. This brother's confused, yo. And he's trying to deceive you. I'm not saying he's doing it purposely. Obviously, we're in debate. He's confused and still ignorant to some things. He's talking about Every time he say hip hop, he keeps saying he just keep talking about music. The industry. I already explained what is commodification. The action or process of treating something as a mere commodity. Even earlier in this debate, he even said the culture existed before the forefathers. He said it himself. This is just getting plain ridiculous. Commodification, bruh. That's what you're talking about. That's what the small hats did. Okay. And by the way, there are rappers who own their masters. Okay, early on, we talking about young brothers. They wasn't business savvy. That's all it was. They got jerked, nigga. We understand that. How does that mean it's not our culture, though? If you take grandma's sweet potato pie recipe and commercialize it and introduce it to the world and market it, it ain't no longer grandma's sweet potato pie recipe. Well, if they start changing the ingredients, then it's something else. You understand that? That's called commodification, bro. Using something is just a commodity. That's what the small hat, that has nothing to do with the culture. I don't believe y'all are falling for this. He keeps talking about music. And when he says hip hop, you notice he only refers to the music. Do I have to remind you there's 5 elements? What about the knowledge part? What about the graffiti? That's why I brought up the graffiti. The breakdancing, which he calls cooning. The DJing. And the MCing is only one part of hip hop. Brother, you're lost. I agree with him about the industry. It's corrupt. All music industries are corrupt. It's ran by gangsters. Anytime you introduce money and capitalism into something, it gets corrupt. But guess what? Sanchez works for the Illuminati, y'all. You know why? Because he's on YouTube. And when you do YouTube, you got to click this little agreement. They own your content, bro. I think you need to read the YouTube. YouTube is owned by small hats. Google's one of the major big corporations. So now, guess what? According to Sanchez's theory, he works for Freemasons and Illuminati. And why are you still rapping, bro? And making music? If you saying you can rap and make music and it's not being turned into a commodity by big corporations, then you're practicing the culture, nigga. Like, yo, this is just getting ridiculous. And by the way, Rick Ross is not a Freemason. Jay-Z is not a Freemason. Puff Daddy is not a Freemason. Nigga, that's marketing and promotion. That's playing on people's emotion. That's mystique. Them niggas, let me tell y'all something. You can go and find out if anybody's a Freemason. You know why? Because they have a large list. They have a list. Rick Ross is not a Freemason, Sanchez. Puff is not a Freemason. So stop with the bullshit playing games with the people. Because he made a song called Freemason. Yeah, that's because they're feeding into all the hype, sir. They're not Freemasons. If they are, just show them to me. Just show them. Give me the picture of them in the lodge. Show me on the list. Every lodge has a list of their members. That's all you got to do is get. I'm not, some of them might be, I don't know. But as far as I know, it hasn't been confirmed that Puff Daddy's a Freemason. And again, he said Freemason comes from Egypt. I think he need to read read a book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages that'll tell you that Freemasonry originates not only with the Nilotic Negroes initiation system, but also the indigenous people of Mexico. It's an initiation system. And the reason why you have secret, Sanchez, we've had all secret societies in Aboriginal culture. Always, every tribe had a secret society. You know why? Because you can't release nuclear power to people. You show them how to split atoms, they create nuclear bombs. The original initiation system, oh, my old ignorant brother. I'm not turning up on you. I love you. It's to protect information, to protect certain people. That's the original. form of information initiation system, which you call Freemasonry today. Secret societies, your family's a secret society. Your little circle of friends is a secret. Do you tell everybody what your boy did? That's a form of brotherhood, fraternity. There's nothing evil about fraternity. Now, your little friends, your little white friends, they inverted everything. Again, he talk about the all seeing eye. It's not evil, bro. You talk about the horns of Mendez, bro. That represents the sign of Capricorn. The indigenous culture, yo, like this is so ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about, right? Indigenous culture is astrology, sir. They observe the stars. Those symbols are represented. When you see the horns, that's Capricorn, my nigga. Now, people started associating that with the devil and all that. That's European shit and Satan with the red fork. Nigga, you're ignorant and you're supposed to be a code breaker. And you talking about 666 is not an evil number. It equals 18. 1 and 8 equals 9. 9 is the number of completion. Matter of fact, carbon is 6 neutrons, 6 protons, and 6 electrons. Your very melanin is 666, nigga. You falling into some Christian, Protestant, white supremacy, European shit. Let me go into this, bro. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can, like, this is ridiculous. You keep talking about the industry. What is the end? What does that got to do with hip hop? Why you keep talking about just the music? And about, oh yeah, let me show this real quick. Can you see this screen, Big Dog Philly OG?
You still
Our people are getting
some modifications, brother.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
Take it off. And you got 2.5 minutes left.
Okay. Check it out. Our people got duped in the beginning. Yeah. They wasn't business savvy. The music is ran by gangsters.
Yeah, but we can see it. You got 2 minutes left.
Our people are getting smarter, though. Our people are getting smarter. 21 Savage owns his master, sir. He got smart. Chance the Rapper owns his master, sir. Yo Gotti owns his master, sir. 2 Chainz owns his master, sir. Jay-Z owns his master, sir. So yeah, it took some time for us to catch up business-wise. We ain't gonna talk about the Master P deal. Shout out to Master P, one of the first niggas who really got hip to the business. What are you talking about? These are nonsense arguments. These rappers are not Freemasons, bruh. What branch of Freemasonry are you talking about? Original Freemasons are the builders and you keep talking about Egypt and all this. Dude, do you not see pyramids all throughout the Americas? It's not just in Egypt. It's right here with the Aboriginals, bro. The Pyramid of the Sun in Mexico. Same symbolism here and there. What is he talking about, y'all? Didn't he keep he lied and said, I'm defending the industry. No, you're creating a straw man about commodification of a culture, not the culture itself. Because you practice the culture. And you're on YouTube, which is owned by these people you're talking about. So by your own definition, you are part of the Illuminati. You got a contract with YouTube. No, it don't work like that, Sanchez. Stop the nonsense, bro. The culture is breaking, rapping, DJing, MC, and knowledge. Now, I wanted to show y'all the gang culture. We don't got time. I want to show y'all how, because now they talk about the culture. The original gangs were protecting the community, bro. I can show you this real quick. I ain't going to have time to read it, but I'm going to show you this. Do your information on the Bloods, the Crips, the Black Spades. They were protecting the community. Let me show you this. FBI. Hold on. That's why they won't cut the time short, because I would bury him with this information.
Yeah, once you screen share, it's
yeah, I'm just going to screen share. I just want to show this.
Yeah, y'all got a back and forth. after
Yeah, they
that. Go ahead, brother.
infiltrated. Yeah, they infiltrated, brother. Yeah, they infiltrated. Don't mean it's not our culture. Look at this. Hip hop and the FBI. A
We
little
can see it.
history, sir. You ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, that's your time. Y'all got you can mute up, brother. I got you. Y'all gonna go back and forth. Go ahead, brother Sanchez. Good. Got you.
Reset me. I wasn't even. My
I
mic was
got you.
off on the end.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm
So
resetting, brother.
he said that I work
Let
for
me
the
know when you're
Illuminati.
ready. You ready?
I'm ready. He said
Okay.
I work for the Illuminati because I'm on YouTube. I'm not a founding father of hip hop, sir. You brought up founding fathers of hip hop to show that we own it. And I'm telling you that them founding fathers didn't even own themselves. They couldn't even do what they want to do when you sign a contract with these white people. So I think you missed the title for real, because the title says it's hip hop, our true culture. And yes, I'm a rapper. And yes, all of my art is mine, is my true culture. But this is not how hip hop was introduced to the world. If you're going to take credit for what the founding fathers did, they introduced hip hop to the world. How did they do it? Through an industry. And that industry represents everything that we don't want to go into. There's a lot of dark things about the industry, but that's part of the culture. That's still just like in the military, hazing is part of the culture. We don't talk about it, but they still abuse some of the soldiers. Hazing still go on. Military fraternities, what you got, where they take the pins and stick them into your chest and put a prick in you to give you a mark. That kind of hazing and rituals go on, and even more stuff. They don't talk about it. We say, man, them soldiers fought for the country. They did this for the people. But if you only knew what's really going down, and they ain't fighting for you, they fighting for the corporations. Just like in the military, the same in the music industry. They ain't fighting for you, they belong to the corporations. They are Freemasons and corporate puppets, and they can't serve three masters. They can't serve the people, Adidas, Nike, Belvedere, Freemasonry, and we see how far that got us. You just want to deny that because you're being naive. That's okay, my good brother. Now, you said that I was, hold on. Damn. You said Rick Ross and Jay-Z and all them just playing around, and that the horns just mean Capricorn. Get real, man. Because when they throw those horns up, they not saying Capricorn. They get that from the rock and roll artists. Hip hop started off with rock and roll as its little brother, a big brother. They was collabing. It was very rock influenced. So the concept of black leather suits like what the rock bands was wearing, we saw DMC them with it on. We ain't gonna act like we were influenced by rock. We trying to act like it's ours, is neo-paganism and goth culture, which is why Run DMC them wore a lot of black, all black like NWA. They was being inspired by the Jews who they was working with. Black top hats, black everything, like the agents in the Matrix. And they were pushing a corporate agenda. They was pushing more of the corporate agenda than the people agenda. Just like these presidential politicians and all that do. We should know the game by now. You so naive, dude. Them horns just mean Capricorn. So if I show you a picture of Trippie Redd right now covered in blood with devil horns, that just mean Capricorn. Bambaataa going out there with horns on, doing like this and stuff. And he just throwing up Capricorn. Everybody born in Capricorn. Is that nigga, all these people doing this all over the place, all of them Capricorns? What's the fascination with Capricorn? Watch, you finna go into some kind of mysticism with that, but we don't care. It's not out of our culture. We don't glorify one astrological sign. We study the entire stars. That's my ancestral culture. You giving me Babylonian and Egyptian culture, and the pyramid that's missing the capstone is the Tower of Babel being knocked down. That's what you don't know. You want to give these early rappers an excuse talking about they was just dumb, they got jerked off. How you gonna fight the powers that be if you don't know it's a goddamn economic warfare? And you gonna let the white man rape your ass while you yelling about fighting his ass and you giving him ownership of all of your intellectual art. You don't got to be a damn rocket scientist to know I'm doing some stupid shit. I'm just impulsive and I'm ready to get out the hood to stunt on everybody else, because it ain't really about no black revolution. It's about a few niggas getting rich while the rest of us have our revolution televised by y'all and we just attend the show. Ain't none of them niggas finna turn around and attack the enemy when the enemy is lacing them out with contracts and goddamn it diamonds and all this stuff. It's a conflict of interest, which is why the statement that the revolution won't be televised was put out there in the first place, dude. What kind of black nationalism shit you on? The first part of building a nation is to maintain ownership of all of your assets. How the hell you gonna be a rap group out there rapping about black nationalism and you not practicing the first fucking part of nation building? You just selling your shit and everybody dumb. Even all them niggas that you just named, look at Jay-Z artists. None of his artists own they masters, he own them. See, this guy, Prince didn't own his masters. Michael Jackson had to buy his back then, they killed him. They blackballed Cosby out the TV channel. God and them couldn't get the distribution deal. You're acting like the industry just is not bad and you can own your masters and there's not, it is yours. You can do what you want. They're not oppressing you. It's like you're just got to be naive to a lot of stuff. BET was never ours. It never promoted the real black agenda of black people, even though it was called Black Entertainment Television. It promoted a bunch of church stuff on Sunday, the same church stuff that you was ridiculing. Yeah, that was promoted on one of the biggest black hip hop channels, my nigga. See how you put your foot in your mouth? I'm a chess player. I'm a fucking chess player, dude. When do any of these rappers use their money to build up the communities that they come from? They said hip hop come out the Bronx, and you can go to the Bronx today and it's still a shithole, even though hip hop making billions of dollars. It ain't building up none of the artist communities that's fucking just like the NFL and NBA. And when you ask me, are you telling me brothers don't own motherfucking the art because they ain't profiting off it the most? That's what I'm telling you, bro. You sound real crazy, bro, because what you said was this. You said that, damn, man. You made a grandma pie. If grandma pie recipe gets stolen and I make it worldwide, people gonna buy grandma pie from me, not grandma. That is theft. Yes, at that point, it's no longer grandma's pie. It's grandma recipe. I own that pie though. I can make it to where if grandma try to sell that pie, I'ma sue her. I copyright, and you can say, well, grandma didn't know no better. That's how we selling out. That's knowledge is power. How we gonna say it's our culture and it don't serve us and we just selling it away being stupid, but still wanna say it's ours? Grandma can't say that pie hers no more if I steal her recipe and copyright it before her. And you trying to say that's still grandma recipe? Not by law, and I'll take her to court if she try to make one of my pies. See how this work? They did it to Prince too. They do it to all of these rappers. You act like they don't. Yes, they do. You only gave us a few niggas who own their masters who sold out. That's what I'm telling you about. And the niggas you name, they artists don't own they masters. P. Diddy and them either. They signed other black men and them niggas ain't living better. All of them niggas you named on that list All of they rap artists, if you interview them niggas, is talking shit about them. All they did it artists, all the fucking, and that's what I'm saying. Master P is from the South. What he doing telling a bunch of founding fathers and niggas up north where it started at how to do the business right? That's a blasphemy. You was just making fun of the damn South. Now you big up in a nigga from the South who had to tell them niggas from up north. Hip hop started up there, but a nigga in the South had to come along later to teach them how to fucking monetize it. And the nigga that did it was a gangster rapper. Now you saying Master P is hip hop. You being hypocritical, not hip hopish, nigga. Now Master P is hip hop. Cause he made a good business deal. You a hypocrite. Master P was gangster rap all day. Soldier shit, killing shit, nigga. Women on the front of the cover with the ass out, nigga. Unbodied was a murder movie. Blacks killing blacks. That's hip hop now, huh? See how I got you, bro? This is a fucking slaughter. I'm not no coon for saying all this. I'm pointing out real shit. You don't see what you doing, dog. That's what I'm saying. I don't even need the rest of that little time. Keep that shit. He can have the change, nigga.
That's time.
Straight like that.
We're gonna start the back and forth. You know, fire debate. Much love to everybody who's in the house. Flat motherfucker power to the family. Both brothers are putting out potent information. But yeah, we at the back and forth part, brother. Go ahead, Lex.
Let me share my screen. This man keep talking about Babylonian. I don't.
It's
like,
back and forth now, baby.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah. You still want to talk about symbolism. You need to prove hip hop our culture because you about to lose this. You still on symbolism.
That, bro.
You need to be getting it. Bro,
all you've been doing is making a bunch of straw man arguments. I never said Master P was hip hop. I was only pointing out that somebody had made a good business deal. Like I told you, that industry, you keep saying hip hop and you keep referring to music. So let me ask you.
No, I'm referring to an industry, not a music
all right. You
industry.
keep referring to an industry. Is graffiti in that industry?
But okay, now let me answer that in the back and forth.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
You can't force me to that. Let's do this right.
Come on, man.
I'm not gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna say.
But answer my question first. Is graffiti in the industry?
I'll tell you, we'll make a deal. If I give you the yes or no, you gotta let me come behind it and explain myself either way.
Why? I mean, hold on. I think this is how we should do this.
It's a back and forth, bro. You can't because the thing is, you can't. Listen to what I'm saying. Just listen to me. Answer though. So compromise with me. Give me a little second.
I'm going to explain to you that if we're gonna do it back and forth, we should do it one at a time. Meaning you should get some time,
it should be,
and I should get some time because if we don't do that,
but if you ask me a question, you should give me time to eloquate on my fucking answer at least 15 seconds. I ain't even asking for much.
Okay, so my question is graffiti in the industry.
Okay, so now if I answer that, just give me a minute to explain why. Graffiti is part of the industry, but to your argument, that's not. I haven't made
an argument. I just asked the question.
Okay, brother. Graffiti is part of the music industry. Break dancing, all of the elements of hip hop.
I didn't say nothing about break dancing.
I'm answering you. I got
this is why I said.
Hold on, wait, stop. This is what I'm saying. You gotta let me finish, bro. And then you can say I'm being very thorough. I'm saying not only is what you asking me part of the industry.
I don't want you to add anything.
But here's the thing, though. I feel like you trying to be my daddy, though. I'm a grown man. You got to let me talk the way I talk, brother.
Debate. Because if
you don't make the rules of the debate.
Mars
on the back and forth, I can do that. And the people will say Sanchez tripping right now, but you don't get the daddy me. You don't get the bully me, though. I get to talk stupid in a debate. That's my. If I want to blow the debate going around the place, the people will see that. My thing is this right here, brother. All of the elements of hip hop have been industrialized, and the people that industrialize it profit more off it than us because they the owners. And the debate is hip hop our true culture? I'm saying no, it's their industry.
Is there a difference?
And real quick, Lex, hold on.
See how quick that was?
We're going to set this up for 10 minutes, right? This last round 10 minutes, so I'm gonna start the clock once I
Okay.
give you back the mic.
Now
Right.
let's see how quick that was. I wasn't long. See that, man?
Yeah,
All right,
you
I'm
just could
starting
do
it
some
at 10
straw
minutes.
man.
Y'all got a 10-minute back and forth, man. Go ahead,
So
Lex. You got it. I'm muting
Well,
up.
it's
Y'all.
10 minutes a piece, right? So
no,
I'm
it's
gonna go
just
do.
it's a 10. The whole
Okay, okay,
round is 10 minutes where we doing this.
okay,
But I'm gonna let you
okay,
build though. We're gonna
okay.
be a good
All
back and
right,
forth. Yeah.
all right.
All right, y'all got it. I'm starting the clock, Lex. You got it.
So graffiti is a part of the industry. Is graffiti detriment? Is graffiti owned by black people? Is that a part of our culture? I'm
I
not
don't
saying
un-
nobody else can do it.
I
It
don't
is a part.
understand. I don't understand the
Is
question.
graffiti black culture? Yes or no?
No, graffiti is universal to all. I
All
want
right.
to put. Yeah, the answer.
There's
Let me finish answering
everything
you.
can be universal, bro.
Let me answer you, bro. I'm telling you that from my understanding of early hip hop, studying graffiti, breakdancing, and all that, you always had hip hop at its origin points being basically a lot of different races involved. You had Asians breakdancing. A lot of famous graffiti artists on the West Coast aren't even black to this day. So
Who created graffiti in terms of graffiti being part of the 5 elements of hip hop?
who created
Does
it?
that come from black people, bro?
I'm telling you that ever
All right.
since.
Maybe I
Hold
need
on,
to
no,
show
you
you this.
gotta let me answer. You can't talk over me when I'm answering. That's crazy. It's like an interrogation when it's supposed to be a back and forth. Have respect.
Okay.
I'm being brief in my answers. So the thing is this right here, and this is another brief answer for you. I can't chocolate coat this shit because if I told the truth about the origin of hip hop, you always had Aerosmith, the Beastie Boys, black and white graffiti artists, white boys breakdancing, and this is coming from dudes that's from the North. When we do the post show after this and we ask this question, this is coming from me from dudes from up north that's telling me that I've talked to for years on the channel about the history of hip hop, saying that there's always been other cultures involved, but even some of them agree with you that it's still ours, though.
Brother. Do you see the screen? Do you see the screen right here?
That's one guy.
Yeah, we see it,
It was more than
All
one
right.
dude painting on the wall.
Graffiti. This man, Cornbread,
That's
is
one guy.
a so-called black man.
He didn't
He's the
invent
first
graffiti.
artist.
That's a lie.
Documented.
That's
but
a lie.
I'm talking about in hip hop, bro.
That's a
Is
lie.
graffiti one of the 5 elements
That's a
of
lie.
hip hop?
So
graffiti one of the 5 elements?
So hold up, wait,
Brother,
hold on,
you're
no, I'm about this is
bro,
where it's
come
gonna
on,
go,
man.
bro. I never asked you any questions. You're asking all the
Well, hold
questions. I
on,
don't
B,
get a
because
question
you haven't
in.
answered. You
I
haven't
didn't answer
answered the
plenty
question.
questions. I didn't get a question though.
No, you
But check
trying to
this
throw
out.
Asians and
no,
other
check this
now.
out. I got a
You
question.
throwing all these
I
other
I
people.
got a
We know
question.
that everybody
I got a
participates
question.
in it.
I
But
didn't
I'm
even
not done,
listen, bro. I got a
didn't
question
answer.
for you. I'm not gonna answer any more of
You
your
did
questions
not
till you answer
answer,
at least
though.
one of
Hold on,
mine.
Lex.
Brother,
Let him
you
ask you
never
question.
answered my
Fair.
question.
Since the beginning of the back and forth, I haven't asked one question. You've asked all the questions. It's been an interrogation. You
All
can't
right.
give me
In other
one
words,
question.
and I got you. In other words, you're
You ain't
dancing and
playing. You're
dodging.
not playing fair, bro.
Graffiti.
Here's what's
I'm
going
not
on.
playing.
Here's what's going
But
on
go
right
ahead,
now.
though. Go
Let him
ahead,
Here's
get
what's
it back.
going
just
on.
go ahead. No,
I'm being
Sanchez,
listen.
don't explain what's going on.
Okay,
Just
cool.
ask me
Just
a
ask
question.
the question. Got
Just
you.
ask you a question. You dance.
Okay, let me say thank you, bro. Cause damn, this is my first question to hold back and forth. Now, based on what you said, that this shit even come from Egypt, graffiti, it's been all over, right? All the way up to the day when it started in Bronx and in the world of where it come to us today. My question is, are you telling me that the first human to graffiti some art on the wall in America was the black man you showed and when nobody else paint on the wall but him, even though you said it existed before the founding fathers? Now you finna pin this
I'm
to
saying
one
that it was
founding
black
father.
people.
Then I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna say I
If
believe.
not, hold on. No, you said once you answer, let me
Go ahead.
do what you do.
Go ahead.
See, this is the game you're playing.
Bro, I said go
Asking
ahead.
me, he's saying, well, you telling me the first? Yes, it was black people, and if it's not, just show me who was doing it before black people. And in terms of graffiti, in terms of hip hop, it was started by Cornbread in Philadelphia. Okay, that's how it's introduced as an element of hip hop. What are you doing? Why are you trying to steal from black? You might as well go into
watch
this.
this.
You trying to steal from black people now. Now you're going to add Asians
Calm down. I didn't mention a race.
They participated in hip hop.
Let me answer your question though.
Crazy.
Calm down. Don't make it emotional, man.
Cool.
Check it out, right? Here's
Ain't
the
nothing
thing.
wrong with emotions. Ain't nothing wrong with
Here's
that.
what I got a problem with. I got a problem with a black man saying I'm trying to steal from black people when these.
No, ask me a question, bro.
Hold on, bro. You got to let me speak. It's a back and forth. I've been saying the whole debate how the white man has stole this thing away from us and industrialized our fucking revolution into an industry against us all the way up to the day. And you accusing me of being a thief while the artists who was supposed to been there as gateways for our culture. Hold on, bro. Check it out. I'm gonna allow you the same big dog. This is what we'll do. Big dog. If however much time I speak, allow him to get it, make sure that it's equal. Fuck the 10 minutes. This our back and forth. He wanted an extension anyway. So check it out, let's and I'm gonna try not to go past 30 seconds here. What's going on here, right? The debate is who own it. Who own it? You brought up the founding fathers, even Cornbread Earl. My whole debate, the whole shit being, I'm not taking away that the cornbread guy was doing graffiti or whatever. I said clearly that all of the elements of hip hop, when it became industrialized, we no longer owned it. And the world only know what we call hip hop today through an industrialized form, which is why you're taking credit for it through them founding fathers. If you're going to take credit for the hip hop industry, which you're doing through the founding fathers, we got to separate personal achievements. That cornbread guy wasn't signed to a record label. The debate is about ownership. Is it ours or not? It's clear that we don't control.
Is it our culture?
It's clear that we don't control.
Is it our Come on, bro. You going long now. Is it our culture? So let me ask you this. You keep talking about ownership and you keep referring to the music industry in terms of masters. Who owns the masters to break dancing?
White folks. If there's any videos that
white
exist,
folks own the masters to break
why
dancing.
Can't I answer you?
Dead.
Why the fuck can't I answer you, bro?
It's over. It's over. Go ahead.
Why the fuck? If this how you gotta win, it ain't a good look.
Let him answer
bro.
the question, Lex. Mute up.
You're being too emotional, bro. I'm trying to have a decorum with you. Check it out, right?
All right. Who owns breakdancing?
I'm trying to answer you. Damn it. If there's any videos out there on MTV, BET, right, that with breakdancing artists in them, those platforms and white folks of those media outlets own that. I'm answering you. I'm not playing with you. I'm answering you. And what I'm saying is this, just like you said with me with YouTube, the content I put out on YouTube, YouTube can take that shit off its their platform. I own my intellectual property. That means I can take that lecture and do it any way I want. They can't stop me. But the video that I did on their channel, that's their property. I know that though, but I'm not no founding father of hip hop. I'm a nigga teaching symbolism online.
Okay,
so but
so
hold on.
2 minutes left.
No, hold on. So you're saying that break dancing is copyrighted. If I go on here and break dance
just
somewhere,
answered you, dog.
Can I be sued for break dancing?
Hey, let me answer the question. And
that's a yes or no, man.
Bro.
Come on,
when you
bro.
ask a question,
so we can move
you
on,
can't
man,
tell me how to answer it, bro.
Right now,
I didn't know you being emotional, bro. You can't control.
I'm not, bro. You
can't control how a debater answers.
Can you answer a question
you
straight up, though, bro?
But you can't control. No,
can I be sued for breakdancing?
Let me explain something to you. You can't. I can answer by singing a song, and the people will say Sanchez lost that debate. But you can't be scared, dog. If you ask me a question, you can't control my mouth. You've been tripping, bro.
Let me ask you again.
And then you shut up and let me answer it my way.
Can I be sued for breakdancing anywhere on earth?
No, but that's irrelevant to the debate and what I'm making. Now, can I ask a question now? Or you just gonna ask all the damn questions?
You said that's irrelevant to the debate when breakdancing is one of the 5 major elements of hip hop.
Now, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let Brother Sanchez answer the question, brother. Go ahead.
So check this out, right? Just like you said with me with YouTube, you said, well, I work for the Illuminati, which I don't. I just fucking make content online that I don't own Google on it. I'm getting fucked. Now the people who work for the Illuminati.
Are you asking me a question?
I'm setting the stage for the question. Relax. I got you. Here go the question right here. The question is this. If hip hop was promoted through venues back in the day that was similar to YouTube, owned by white folks, then they don't own none of the art that was displayed on those platforms, such as breakdancing, beatboxing, and all that. Yo, MTV Raps own a lot of classic moments and breakdancing and all that. So I answered you, brother. I said they own all of the breakdancing artwork that was done on their platforms based on your logic of what you said. Well, Sanchez, YouTube on your shit. It's on a white man platform. Hip hop was introduced to us on white man platform, which is why they own the culture and not us. But that's because the culture is an industry. Our culture was manufactured, and things are manufactured in industries. So we don't own the industry that manufactured the culture that we call in ours. So we're not the
I get you, Sanchez. I think you're trying to over-explain. You didn't ask me a question, so I guess it's back to me.
Oh, the question was, if all of the early hip-hop heads produced their arts through white man media outlets, do they own the those classic Yo MTV Raps videos, niggas 106 and pop?
The answer is no.
Right,
no.
then. I'm saying,
but that's not their but that's not the culture. That's not the culture. That's just that's the industry. So, but let's get back to it. Hold on, bro.
The industry is the culture.
I'm letting y'all continue on, go back and forth.
Okay.
All right, hold on, bro. I'm gonna make a 3-second statement, and I'm gonna shut up and hear where you go with it. What if I say the industry is the culture? That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're wrong. Then I disagree, and anyone in their right mind will disagree. So y'all can see here when he died when I asked him, can I get sued for breakdancing? He tried to go to, well, there was music videos. No, that's not answering the question. The answer is no, because breakdancing is still our culture. You can break dance anywhere you want to break. The reason why he went into all of that is because it exposes the fact he's still just trying to deal with rap, and he's dealing with rap and not real hip hop music. So here's my other question. When it comes to the culture, are you saying that if somebody right now, like you, is recording music, breakdancing, doing graffiti, and DJing, they're not practicing their own culture?
You gonna interrupt me? Thank you, brother. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother.
Or no.
I'm a complex brother. Just don't do this the whole show. Come on, man.
Let me answer the question, Lex. Go ahead, brother.
So check this out, brother. I think you setting a false premise because your whole argument was based around the founding fathers.
Sanchez,
hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Telling me I'm set, but
bro, hold on. If I'm wrong, it's a back and forth, brother. You gotta
back and forth. But when you're going into my,
let me explain myself and let me explain why I think what you're doing
first, and then can you answer the question,
brother?
First,
why do you got to act like a baby? Like, relax. It's a back and forth. Yeah, you can't control my mouth.
Big Philly OG. Let me appeal to you.
Bro, I gotta answer that, bro. You gotta. Why are you doing this, man? I sat back and
we have a moderator.
It's not, but it's not your turn. It's a back and forth. I let you talk. Now it's my turn. Once you ask a question, you yield the floor. That's the debate rules. You can't ask a question, then start getting all in your feelings trying to control a person's tongue. That's childish.
That's if I
want to, brother, if I want to answer you by singing the hokey pokey, brother, you not the moderator.
That would be childish.
Brother, you asked the question, brother.
Let him get it.
You asked the question, dog. You can't control
tell me
the
how
answer,
my premise is false and not answer the question.
You can't tell me the question, brother. Now I'm gonna answer you. If a brother practicing a art form like what I'm doing, and I didn't sign a contract with none of them record labels, then yes, brother, I didn't sell out, but the founding fathers that you name, they sold out. They all sold with major labels. They don't own none of their art. I own all of mine. I'm an owner. That's what I'm saying. You said, well, they didn't know no better then. I'm telling you, that hurt us. That's why we don't own none of the foundation and the core elements of the industry that created the culture. Yes, the industry created this culture because it didn't exist in mainstream as we know it on a corporate level before the industry.
Let me ask you again. If you're making music, breakdancing, doing graffiti, DJing, are you practicing your culture? I didn't say whether you own the copyrights, the masters. Are you practicing our culture?
I'm practicing a music genre that's one part of a culture, and there's so many other aspects to that culture. So
graffiti's not music, Sanchez.
But you named all the elements, though. You named all the elements. I'm telling you that within music genres, there are elements to music genres that ain't just musical.
Are
like
you saying
fashion.
no then?
Listen, brother, you gotta chill. Listen to me. I'm telling you there are elements to music genres that go beyond music, like fashion and all that stuff. Symbolism, which you name, graffiti. And I just answer you. You're playing dumb. My answer is clear. Ask the question again.
Yes
I'll answer it again. No, you'll never get a yes or no. You'll never get a yes or no from me. You'll never get that.
I know, because you buck dancing right now.
No, because I know what you're trying to do, bro. You're not going to pin me to that. This is a debate. Like, you acting scared. You shouldn't want me to answer a yes or no.
I think you're acting scared.
Because check it out. When I ask you questions, I don't give you a yes or no. I just shut up and let you answer them, dude.
I was going to say, let's get into the closing. Give each of y'all 5 minutes for the closing round. Why you think you
he can go first?
Okay, so he never answered the
everybody
question.
In the house, man. Much love and respect. Let Lex start. Go ahead, Lex.
All right, y'all. Hey, yo, this is a clear victory of knowledge over ignorance, yo. Sanchez is a great wordsmith. He made a lot of straw man arguments, and then you see he weaseled his way out of our so-called back and forth. He wouldn't answer the question. You know why? Because the answer is yes. If I'm at home breakdancing, DJing, rapping, ain't no labels involved. I'm practicing my culture. That's why he wouldn't answer the question, y'all. He keep gonna go back to you mentioned the fourth. This was all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. He clearly lost this debate, and he knows it. He's trying to say the culture is the industry. That's ridiculous. That's called capitalism. That's called commodification. I explain him the difference. He don't understand the difference between culture and then making someone's culture a commodity. He keeps talking about who owns the masters. I don't want to deal with what the masters is. I know what the masters are. I have my own masters. That's not the culture, because the culture didn't invent the master concept. That's when it got commodified, dude. Like, what are we talking about? This is ridiculous. And if y'all don't tell the truth about this debate, it's sad. He keep talking about Babylon. Like, dude, are you a Christian? Where'd you learn that Babylon was evil? Babylon, in the Bible, it says all the people came together and spoke one language and was on one vibration, and nothing shall be impossible that they imagined to do. And the oppressive God in that verse said, let's go down there and confuse their language. We want to rebuild Babylon. One people, one language. Ain't you about getting rid of division? So you got a Christian mind, but a Western European Christian mind. And then he keeps saying hip hop comes from neo-paganism, aboriginals. When the white man came here, was you not labeled pagans? When the white man went to Africa, was you not labeled pagans? The word pagan just means country dweller, a non-Christian. Then he keep talking about the horns. Yeah, it represents Aries, Capricorn, the original symbols. I told him earlier that they inverted and perverted the symbols. So if you see some rock and roll group now with the pyramid symbol, are you going to give them that and you're going to hand it over because they're using it? We're the pyramid builders, son. You gonna let nobody? So if I take a picture of something you do and use it for something inverted, it no longer belongs to Sanchez. That's a ridiculous argument, people. His sources was garbage. His arguments was all based around capitalism, not the culture. Then he tried to use my grandmama thing. Even if grandma sold the recipe or whatever, what happens on Thanksgiving?
You got 1 minute.
Is grandma, can she bake the pie at home? Is that still not grandma's culture, not her pie? That's the point. It don't matter if they commercialized it. It's what we do at home. He wouldn't even admit that graffiti came from black people. Oh, well, everybody does everything now. Who originated it, bro? Who's the original? I showed y'all that rapping goes back to the griot shaman culture. Poetry over drum beats, poetry over beats. I showed y'all ain't that graffiti and the hieroglyphs in Egypt and in the Americas, same thing. They mean the same thing. I showed y'all people he called it chucking and jiving. This dude got a self-conscious self-hate thing. I don't know what happened with him. Some people got mistreated in I don't know, in high school by black. I don't know what's going on with that. He called dancing chucking and jiving. Are you kidding me? So at the end of the day, hip hop is our culture. Every element of it,
okay,
we created. It was hijacked, not created.
So check this out, right?
Yeah, it's time.
The reason he lost this debate is because he's so emotional. And you can tell who lost the debate. He made the back and forth round a Let's Vortex round all by himself, where he was basically interrogating me. Go count how many questions he got from me and wanted to make my answer short with a yes or no. It wasn't an interrogation round. It was a back and forth, but I still let him interrogate me. I just want to hear them treat me right in the interrogation room. Officer, goddamn, son. Let me explain myself. That you acting like a dude that know he lost, and I'm acting like a dude I know I got this, bro. I know I presented the right arguments. I never said that Babylon was evil. If you're going to use the Bible concept, you want to damn the Bible and call me a country bunking Christian, but then use the Bible to make your damn argument. You've been doing that all night, talking shit about the South, but then I had to school you on Sun Ra. Dude, this is fucking crazy. That you need to chill with your little jokes. People who losing, they got to do that, man. So I know that what the Bible said about the Babylonians is true. That's the original story of the Babylonians. They were a group of people from this place called Babylon in Mesopotamia. They was a group of worldwide pyramid builders. You got two different accounts of the Babylonians. That's where you don't know, because all your knowledge come from Freemasons. You act like you love black people so much, but you defending motherfucking Freemasons. You went to a Freemason website and quoted what they had up there about the all saying I. And you won't even take your own black brother word, but you love black people. You can cut that phony black power shit, because if you really love black people, I wouldn't be the only one scared to tell that got the nuts to tell my people the truth, that this hip hop ain't ours and that it's a tool of self-destruction that was given to us by COINTELPRO. And there's a lot of other rappers in the game speaking out about it. So you look like an agent, because I can go in hip hop today to people like Crazy Bone and others that will agree with what I'm saying. And you talking about horns mean Capricorn and stuff. And let me show you something about the word paganism, because you taking the Bible definition of paganism, which is cheap ass research, dude. And it's sad. I said neo-paganism. All you heard was pagan. That's fucking crazy, bro. Check it out. Here go neo-paganism, everything Africa bombarded them was doing. Modern paganism, also known as contemporary or neo-pagan, encompasses a wide range of religious groups and individuals. These may include old occult groups like Freemasonry and Egyptian mystery systems, those that follow a New Age approach, those that try to reconstruct old ethnic religions. That's what happened in America during the 70s and 60s and 50s. They was bringing in neo-paganism because black people was looking for an identity, so Africa Bombada gave them one. They brought in a bunch of neo-pagan ideologies and sold them to our people through hip-hop. Hip-hop was giving you Nation of Islam. That ain't our culture. That's Middle Eastern culture. Hip hop was giving you Nation of Gods and Earth Supreme. Dude, you act like that's fucking Celtic street magic that's coming from up north. Nigga, I know what I'm talking about. Our people went into that shit. All that God talk. Check it out, dog. Modern paganism, also known as contemporary paganism and neo-paganism, is a term for a religion or a family of religions which is influenced by the various historical pre-Christian beliefs of pre-modern peoples in Europe and adjacent areas of North Africa and the Near East. You know why North Africa? That's where Egypt at. All this stuff, NOI, the Near East, that's the Nation of Islam, that came to our people during the same time. You had the Nuwapians, all these movements coming out of New York, and that's why hip-hop started out of New York. It's not nothing that started in the tribes all around the world with our people. It started from neo-pagan groups that wanted to resurrect old occult knowledge and through music and initiate us in it as blind initiates to their evil agenda. And that's exactly what we see going on. And they flash them symbols all in our face. And if the shit was so good for our people, why it got to be a secret society? You talking about, well, you got to keep stuff a secret to hide it from people. Well, how you going to keep it a secret if you sign a contract with the people and rap about it on the lyrics? That's a damn hypocrisy. You giving them a pass for selling out, but you saying we should keep our culture secret when they signing a deal with the damn white man and telling them everything they want to do to them on a record, snitching like these rappers today on some Rico shit. Ain't nobody else telling they revolution on song. You don't televise your revolutionary. You gonna do something to somebody, you do it. You gonna televise your revolutionary to the same people you're mad at, and they gonna fund what you saying on the fucking music. And you so naive, you can't see it. They brought in a bunch of neo-pagan ideologies for our people that was given through us through hip-hop. Most of it is Egyptology and glorifying Egypt and North Africa and Near East ideologies like Islam and etc. Bomb! That's how you end a debate, man.
Fire debate. Much love and respect to Brother Sanchez and Lex Vortex getting that information out to the people. Hopefully everybody appreciated this debate. Appreciate all of y'all support. Much love and much respect to each and every one of y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all brothers close out now. We'll see you at the after party.
Peace and much love to everybody. We'll see y'all at the after party.
Yeah. Peace and love. Peace and love.